though.
Yo, what's going on? Happy fucking hump day, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Happy hump day. Hey, man, it's your host, Big Philly 305. Hey, man, I hope y'all had a wonderful week so far. It is hump day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a little late. I was supposed to go on yesterday. Something happened. I fucked up my back. But I'm all right now. But we're gonna get into it. I got some highlights from XFL on Sunday and Saturday. Well, Saturday and Sunday. Um, Shout out to the XFL. I have some video here. It is for illustration purposes only. It's just to show you guys some of the recap, get you guys engaged and intrigued in the XFL, and just some stuff there. We're gonna talk about some players, some highlighted players I got that I would think that Miami would want to definitely attempt to bring in at a lower cost. So there is some there is some stuff we're going to talk about today when it comes to that. So let's just get into it. I am going to drop the link and give y'all a couple minutes here to come on the panel, because once I start these videos, you already know Big Philly kind of gets lost in all these videos and all this whatnot. What's going on, CT? I see you in the comment section, Mr. CT. Hey, man, you are always welcome on this channel, my friend. I hope you come up. I'm gonna give y'all a couple minutes here as I make sure everything is up and running on this damn thing, because this shit running slow as fuck. Running slow today, but it's alright though. Hey, man, let me know if y'all hear a lag, see a lag. That way I know. Uh, I'm also going to give you guys some info on the XFL, some of the new rules. Again, XFL is a platform that the NFL is partnering with, so that the NFL can try out some of the new rules and things of that nature. So we're going to get into that, kind of go over some of the new stuff that they have implemented here in the XFL, and stuff that obviously the NFL is looking to do. So it is a great pilot program. Let's call it a pilot program. With that, let me welcome Mr. CT. What's going on, man? How you doing, Bubble?
Was good, man. Yeah, dude, I like that. The one thing I do have to say is you're right. Look at what the XFL, I mean, the NFL has already stolen from them. They stole the Sky Cam. Bro, I mean, they're never going to do the referee thing, but goddamn, if the NFL would do the referee thing, oh my God, it would be fucking great. It would it would eliminate a lot of this fucking controversy for the fans to see and hear what they fucking see and what they think in real time. And I think that, that's but the NFL never fucking do it, bro. Never. The NFL
They don't
never.
want to. They don't want to. But that's why the XFL is so compelling because it's an all access league, right? They even put you in the halftime in halftime in the locker rooms. They on sideline interviews as plays happen, raw emotions you see. So it's cool how they're doing it with the all access. I'm enjoying it. I enjoyed the first week. There was some great football. There were some obviously you had some games where um what's going on, brother? What's going on, man? But there's obviously there's some aspects of that game where it's okay, like you can tell the talent drop off a little bit on some of those
Yeah.
games. There was some games that were like that Las Vegas game against Arlington. Dude, there was a lot of touchdowns. There was a lot of defensive turnovers. It was it was definitely something that was entertaining that you can actually sit there on a Saturday or a Sunday or now even Thursday. So this week, week two starts Thursday night, and then they go into Saturday and Sunday. Or it goes into Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. They're not going to have a Saturday game this weekend. So you have all this, talent that you can kind of go and milk off of too. So we're going to get into that now. Um, what's going on, Cat for Life? I'm gonna give y'all about 60 seconds before I start getting into these videos. I did drop the link if you guys want to come on and be a part of the show, join the panel, have a little fun, talk a little XFL. I got some videos. I think I got 3 games that I cut up just for highlights. So if you guys want to come on, talk about it, there's like 2 or 3 players that I have highlighted that I'm looking at, especially for the Dolphins. So I'm gonna get into this week. I'm probably gonna shadow more the offensive line, the tackles, the D tackles, stuff like that on the offensive defensive side this week. But I kind of focused on skill position on week one just to see kind of like what they're working with. And it's actually funny because I was texting Batman and I was like, "Yo, bro, I should drop a tweet, and the tweet should say how long before Pete says we need to go after Luis Garcia." But um, yeah, that's gonna be funny as shit if he does that. I was like, I'm like, you know what? Let me not fuck with Pete. Let me not fuck with Pete because I want problems. So, I was but I was like, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for him to come in here and start, speaking all that craziness. But yeah, man. Hey, how was your weekend? How was your weekend, guys? So the main topic tonight is XFL. I might do some draft, some mock drafts for the Dolphins, but mainly XFL. So again, if you're new to the channel, we're a little bit different than most of the Dolphin community. We go based off of all sports, not only all sports, but we also do all the NFL teams. So we cover all 32 teams. We don't cover just the Dolphins. Although, I mean, obviously, I'm a Dolphins fan. You see the logo behind you. I did change the logo there in the corner to make it a little bit more universal. But we do have some stuff coming. Hopefully, with some baseball shows, the basketball show. I'm not sure with Poseidon and with Huevo and Big Marv and Willie Beeman, Willie Beeman should be coming in a little bit later tonight. But that's basically what we do. We don't just cover the Finns; we cover everybody. Um, Hey, no, bro. Hey, and again, if you are Bills Mafia, that's fine, dude. I always try to. I've like I had the Philly sports guy on here. I'm always looking for people outside of the Finn community to give us an outside view of what's going on. But not only that, um just talk about just the NFL in general and all the different teams, and that's how I rather do it. I don't want to focus on just one team because then you're just kind of going into a circle of what you're talking about. So it's just repetition. So I rather just go into something different. Like I had Jeff Dillon back on here, stuff like that. What's going on, Gordito? I see you in the comments. But anyways, all right. So I'm gonna get into this, guys. If you guys do drop backstage, bear with me. Once I start these presentations, I kind of don't see what's going on. So I'm gonna start it off with the first game. I hope that there's no audio because I was trying to remove the audio because you're just gonna hear this fucking annoying squeak. So this is the first game here. It's okay, good. So right here, I got. Let me know if you guys can see that good. San Antonio versus St. Louis. You got Heinz Ward making his head
I'm
coaching
thinking what
debut.
it is. Every week he says, I'm giving it your all. If you play
You
like
got
it's your
Anthony.
last, freaking snap. Every single snap we get,
So again, and this is like kind of like that all access I was talking about with the XFL, where they kind of put you in the locker room. So it makes it definitely it's a lot. It's a different experience. So here we go. So St. Louis, this was a low scoring game for the most part. This is one of those games where I was talking about where you kind of see the actual and that's what I was talking about. I was trying to get rid of all the audio. But let me just start off with this one because I couldn't for some reason my laptop's all fucked up, so I couldn't get rid of all that audio. That game, like I said, that game was I think if I'm not mistaken, it was field goals mainly. It wasn't that it wasn't as entertaining as the other two games that I have. I would say the best game last night or last week was that Vegas game, Vegas in Arlington, which I'm trying to pull up now for you guys. And I'm just going to share screen. So yeah, man. There's a couple players too that I'm looking at, specifically with the XFL. As I pull this shit up right here. So again, so you have Lewis that Garcia, but Perez, where he 36 pass attempts for 249 yards, three touchdowns, two ints. So he did have a great game there. You have Ben DiNucci, who, if you guys aren't familiar with him, he played with the Dallas Cowboys. 35 passing completions for 54 attempts, 282 and one passing touchdown, two ints. So you kind of had that, but the main thing, Kalen Balaj, our old running back who is on San Antonio, 24 rushing attempts for 84 yards. I'm kind of curious to see what he does, but there is a specific running back that I am looking at for the Miami Dolphins, and that's Max Borgi. He is kind of. I was watching the game, and he not only does he look like Christian McCaffrey, but he kind of plays like that. He's a Swiss Army knife. He can be used in the pass game. He had a couple nice run blocks. Um, he could definitely use him as like a chip block. So there's different things, and not only that, he's explosive. He graduated from Washington State. He was drafted in 2022 in the sixth round by Houston. He did play a little bit in San Francisco, but yesterday or on Sunday, it was 8 rushing attempts for 42 yards and a rushing touchdown. And you're gonna see that here now as I pull this up. Let me go back over here so I can share screen for you guys. Okay. If you want to try again, boss, to see if you can get on in as I'm pulling this up. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. That happened last week with, if I'm not mistaken, I think Cap was having that problem last week. Alrighty then. Boom. Let me go ahead and go off camera here, guys. All right. Let's see if this shit's gonna work for me today because it wasn't working last time. So all right. All right, so let's get into it. The full screen. All right. So this is that first game. This is the Vegas and Arlington. Um, you have the Arlington Renegades and the Vipers. And again, this was probably one of the most entertaining games. This is about a 7-minute video, ladies and gentlemen. So I hope you guys do enjoy it. There's a lot of fucking recording. So one of the cool things that they changed in the XFL is the way they do kickoffs, ladies and gentlemen. And the way they do kickoffs is as you see right here, the starting line, they popped it all the way down to the 35-yard line, and that's to eliminate. It's to eliminate high speed collisions. and they put each team 5 yards off the ball on either side. Nobody on this line of scrimmage can move until the receiver makes possession of that kick. And the way they do it too is to get kickers to kick in between, to allow the runner to run. If you get a touchback, they moved it from the 25-yard line to the 35-yard line. And if you kick before the 30-yard line, it's kind of like that where the ball goes out of bounds type of thing. If the ball goes out of bounds before the 30-yard line, I'm sorry, then you get the ball on the 45-yard line. So if the ball stops on the 30 or on the 35, then you get it on the 45-yard line. So that's the way they do it now. They want to encourage kickoff returns to make it a more entertaining game. I think 60%, they estimate 60% of XFL kick returns will be returned over touchbacks. And that's the kind of the product that you get now. It's a little bit more different. This is the first touchdown here by Luis Garcia. As you see, he's kind of being pushed around in the pocket. He steps away, gets a nice little pass there in the back end. This is another wide receiver that I'm looking at. He had one hell of a game on Saturday. That's I think that's Bridget. So he was another big factor in that game. Couldn't really be stopped. And the way now that the extra point attempts go on, so your 2-yard line is still 1 point, the 5-yard line is 2 points, and if I'm not mistaken, the 10 or the 15 is 3 points. There's no more kickoff. There's no more extra point kick. PATs. So this is the new format that they're trying to implement in the NFL, where they're eliminating the field goals for extra points, and you can get extra points in the sense of depending on where you position the ball, is how they're doing it now for extra points. So in this case, they went for a 2 point conversion. This is another reason why you kind of see all these weird scores with the XFL. In this case, it was a nice back shoulder. He couldn't get some separation, and he was unable to make that catch. The first drive for Arlington, nothing really special happened. As you see me come into frame, it was 3 points, and that's probably why I didn't even bother putting anything up special. Um, and the cool thing too is, again, this is a hard hitting league. There was some nice hits over the weekend, some helicopter hits. This is another nice touchdown pass by Luis Garcia to Bridget as well again. And again, he had a hell of a game. If I'm not mistaken, he finished with like 75 yards, 2 TDs, and like I think six passing attempts or six receptions, something like that. So they had one great game. This is another PAT for a 2 point conversion where he kind of leads it over to the back corner here. It's a beautiful pass there to their tight end and was able to get the 2 point conversion and puts them up 14-3. Um, Drew Pillett is the quarterback for the Arlington Renegades, who the coach is for that team is Wade Phillips. So it was a great defensive game. There was a lot of turnovers, as you kind of see the game going on here, ladies and gentlemen. This was a fourth and one that was failed. And then right after that was this pick here with Vegas, which was another beautiful interception. And then following that INT, if I'm not mistaken, they get a couple penalties, they back themselves up there. Vegas, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go double check that. That was a long ass video right there. Damn. Okay, there it goes. If I'm not mistaken, this is also a pick. No, it's not. Yeah, I think it's like the next drive. So yeah, that was another nice pass completed. Again, Garcia had a great game. He did. Unfortunately, he did end up turning the ball over, but for the most part, it was an entertaining game. They're putting balls in spots where there were tough passes. This is another fumble for Arlington that was recovered by Vegas, as you can see. Great defensive game. Although it was a little bit of a higher scoring game for that first week turnout, it was a great defensive game as well. A lot of sacks. It was like 4 or 5 sacks yesterday too, or on Sunday or Saturday.
The funny thing is to interject real quick.
Yeah.
At those numbers, well, he did better than Teddy and Skyler. So, I mean, Pete might be
And that's what I'm
interested in
saying.
it. Pete might be
This
interested
like I'm
in it.
waiting. See, this is another one. He sees a pick six. That was a nice pick six. He jumped the route there for the screen, and took it for 6 points there. Put Arlington back in the game. 14-9. They come out Arlington, and if I'm not mistaken, they take the lead too. Uh, yep. So they kick a field goal, which if I'm not mistaken puts them in the lead, or they're down by 12. They're down by 12. Yeah, they're down. They're down. They're down. It's 14-12. They're down by 2. So eventually Arlington does take the lead, and that's what I'm waiting for. Here it is. This right here was so sick. This back, look how he caught that ball. This was such concentration by Smallwood. An impressive catch, one-handed, kind of gets pinned in between his arm, drops both knees down. An impressive catch there. Puts them in the lead, like I said, by 15, by 1 point, 15-14. And here comes the fun, where it kind of gets more interesting. They go back and forth here after this. Arlington gets the ball back. I think this is this is a nice little run here, a nice scramble by this quarterback. Um, Boom, cut. Yeah. Okay, here it comes. This is gonna be another one. That was another run. That was a nice run. Puts them on second and goal on the 1 yard line, and then Vegas's defense clamps down and puts a stop there and turns it over on fourth and goal on the 1 yard line.
Damn.
As you can see, the next play. Look at this pick six. Yo,
Oh,
that
shit.
was dude
Oh,
pick
shit.
six. Dude, this is the type
That
of games you're
defense
getting
is
out of.
fucking. I guarantee you that defense was fucking livid.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's Wade Phillips' defense. They convert on the one, make it 22-14. Vegas needs and the good thing is with this is that Vegas can actually take the lead with a touchdown and a 3 point, which right here he muffs the reception, he muffs the center's attempt, and they get a big passing game here over the middle. Another nice pass over the middle. This is, if I'm not mistaken, who is this? This is Marquez Bryant from the Pittsburgh Steelers, number 4. You didn't really hear his name too much that game. You heard more of this guy right here. Another not him, but Pruitt is who you get a lot of from. You get a lot of noise from. But that's basically the first game. If I'm not mistaken, the Arlington Renegades won by 1. They failed on the 2 point conversion to tie the game, and they ultimately won 22-20 over the Vegas Vipers. That's one game here. And the game that I want to highlight, second game is hey, what's going on, beer? The beer guy, how you doing? How you doing? But let me get you one more game here. So then we'll get to some of these players, and then we'll go into drafting some mock drafts here. I know there's a lot of bringing whether they'll bring in Derek Carr, Jimmy G. I've heard some stuff, but I'm gonna give you guys an alternative here and see what you guys think, and we'll go from there. You know what I'm saying? What is Bills Mafia going to do? That's another one I want to kind of figure out what they want to do. Bills Mafia. I know they're talking about Poyer coming here. I don't really see him coming here, but I know some people say that he might come here, but I don't know how much of a possibility that really is. All right. I'm kind of interested to see what happens to Diggs. And this thing keep kicking off my screen. What the fuck going on, man? This is why I don't like StreamYard. I was just talking to Iceman about not Iceman, Batman about it earlier today. Boom. Opening that up. This thing will open up.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I mean that seemed like an okay game.
I don't know
You
why
could
I
definitely
opened this
see
thing
that
up.
it's a little bit sloppy though, but it gives guys a chance to play and get better.
It was entertaining, man. It was definitely entertaining to see. It was definitely entertaining to watch that game on Saturday, and then the night game was pretty entertaining too. The other night game for Sunday was the Sea Dragons, the Seattle Dragons, the Sea Dragons, where you saw Josh Gordon make his XFL appearance, and Josh Boyer did have him go around with the XFL. You know, we're going into week 2, so I really do wish that this thing would work, but it's not cooperating. And this is the one that I want to show you because of the Okay, so this must be all right. It's got to be this one because this one here has the running back I'm interested in. That kind of reminds me of Christian McCaffrey. Yeah, man. The replay rule is cool with the XFL. So the way they do it, which that's why another reason I want to show this video because I kind of highlight that a little bit. The way they do it is they give you direct access to like the league office, basically, where they're actually reviewing the challenged play, and in the XFL they can challenge any play and any ruling. It doesn't matter. But with that, they put you in a live room as they're discussing what happened on that specific play. So it's kind of cool because you kind of hear them and the refs going back and forth a bit. Even when they're calling like flags or whatever, you hear them going back and forth. You hear the play calls, the live mics on the players. There's like 6 players that get live mic, and you can actually hear them calling the plays and stuff like that, and communicating at the line of scrimmage. So it's kind of cool. You kind of you really get to hear all that football lingo that we talk about so much, where they yell, where they're calling Omaha and all that good stuff. But then you hear like those how they structure those plays calls and how what their names are, and it's kind of crazy. It's like trip set Z whatever, and you kind of hear how they're doing that. And it's like, damn, like I was talking to Turbo about it. We're like, God, how do you even know what to do? And I'm like, well, each thing means something. So if it's zebra for them might be trips on one side, and then each receiver does a certain route, or rabbit, where rabbit's usually a run play, and if they usually do like rabbit left or rabbit Lucy or whatever it is that they want to call it, and then it's a run to the left or to the right. So it just depends on how they're doing it, or they'll say something I trips rabbit, so you're running right. But it's usually something like of that nature. So it's kind of cool how you actually sit in and actually listen to how they're doing it. And this shit is not opening for me. No, whatever it is what it is.
Technology sucks.
Uh,
Technology sucks.
Dude, no, it's this fucking. I have not found I don't know if it's my computer or if it's just the Wi-Fi here because the Wi-Fi here is tremendo dog shit. But it's definitely one of those two things is,
Yeah, I think
or it
it's
could be
the
the
internet
laptop
because
itself.
you've been
I don't
choppy.
fucking know. I've been trying to. You sound a little loud. That's why I went off camera.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Can you guys see that? Right. Let me jump this down.
Yeah, we
Boom,
can see
boom.
it.
All right, so
Yeah,
this here. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna go widescreen. All right, so this game here, if I'm not mistaken, this is um who is this? This is Orlando. This is Orlando and San Antonio. Or no, is this Houston? I don't remember. It's one of them. I think this is Houston. Um, so this is Patrick Lynch, or Paxton Lynch, whatever the fuck his name is. He ends up getting benched in this game because of how horrible he did. But it was an entertaining game, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, um, San Antonio spanked that ass. So this is the first controversial play right here. This is the first controversial play in the X. Let's see if I got volume. but I'm gonna tell you how. Again, this is gonna be something that's
And
gonna
that
get
is
replayed.
Lumber.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So here it goes. So you see this how they do it when they challenge a player. They review it. Obviously, you see both players fighting for the ball, the DB and the receiver, which is Lattimore. Um, Beautiful pass, by the way. So you kind of hear him talking, communicating with his refs on the field.
The ruling on the field stands as called.
And they called that a touchdown, which is crazy. So let's kind of review that ourselves. And I don't know about you guys, but I didn't. Well, they called it a touchdown, but this is the way. This is kind of like the best frame to see it at, where you kind of see both players running, trying to gain possession of the ball on the ground. Uh, I don't even know. What do you think about that, CT? Do you think they got that call right, or you think that was a pick?
I mean, I don't know. I think if I remember correctly, it's supposed to be like just like in baseball, the tie goes to the offensive player or some shit like that. So I don't know, but that depends on how the rules are.
And I think because right, the thing is too is that they called it a touchdown, right? If they would have called it a pick, there would have been inclusive evidence for them to overturn the interception.
Yeah, and I agree, and I think that's the same problem the NFL
So
has
I
too. But
think that they just the offensive side fighting through that play and the defensive side not giving up too, because that call could have went either way.
yeah,
And this is Lattimore again. He had a great game, although Orlando kind of got plummeted. He had another great game to kind of bring that back. And again, this is what it was. Houston. This is Wade. If I'm not mistaken. So yeah, this is Wade Phillips' defense. And here's the running back that I'm talking about here, Broge with the number 23. He just came out of the corner there. You're gonna see a lot of him. Demarius King is also here from, if I'm not mistaken. Or no, he's with Seattle. Also, King for the ex quarterback for the Canes. He's the backup there with AJ McClown or AJ McCarron. And you're gonna see this guy right here, number 23. This is the guy that kind of compared to Christian McCaffrey, our number 22. He's short, carries like a little. He's like a little bowling ball, an explosive bowling ball is the way I can, describe him. And you're gonna get a little info. You're gonna get a little show here in a second. And this is another touchdown by Houston. Houston, if I'm not mistaken, won. I think it was like 30-12 or something. They just destroyed. They destroyed Orlando. That was another back shoulder pass. That was nice there. That receiver had to come back. A lot of concentration on the receiver. I think that was a little underthrown by Lynch. He took a little shot. Another cool thing too, you don't get as many roughing the passer calls in this league. You saw how he got tapped there at the end, and they didn't recall anything. This is a free play for Houston. Nice deep shot. Nice touchdown. Contested catch. Again, out that game, and the scoring's not even done yet. Scoring's not even over yet. I think there's one or two more touchdowns that occur in this game before the game ends. Then the other two games, I didn't really get a lot of footage of. But you hear a lot of it too, with these guys screaming at some of these players or talking to some of these players. They are live mics, so sometimes you do get some cursing as well. So there's some cool stuff with that, when it comes to this live mic stuff, That was another save there. They're lucky buddies 6'7". I don't know how you oversnap him at 6'7". That shit's crazy to me. That's a replay of that play earlier that we saw, that contested catch over the top. That was a beautiful catch. Here's another one over the middle. Oh, this was a drop. That should have been a touchdown. That was a nasty drop by the tight end. Or by the running back, I'm sorry. It's the other running back. And here he goes, Mr. Christian McCaffrey 2.0, I want to call him. Even stiffs arm his own offensive lineman going into the end zone. Stiffs arm at number 73 is fucking hilarious. He even talks about it too after he scores. Um, and again, he had a rushing touchdown. I think he had a passing touchdown too a little bit later in this game. Another sack here by Wade Phillips defense. They had a bunch. They had like 6 or 7 sacks on Saturday night. They were putting on a clinic. They were putting on a fucking clinic defensively. Here's another big pass play here over the top. Beautiful catch, beautiful extension. You'll be able to come down with it there. Kirkland. Kirkland's another one that we need to look out for. Speed guy, he can stretch the field. Would be a nice addition to any roster in the NFL. Um, here's another beautiful hit, clean hit. So again, it's a little more aggressive. You see leads with his shoulder there. Clean fucking hit. Goes over the top again here. Another nice little pass. I'm sorry, that was a pick. That was his first INT. There was two. I think there was two INTs in that game by the same player here. Murphy's up for party. Although he got burnt, he had some nice picks over the game. He had another pick there somewhere. Here's another pick. That was back to back, ladies and gentlemen. This was run back for a touchdown, but they called a low chop block on their defense, so they got called back there. But that was a nice play if it would have held up. Yeah, so you see a little chop block below the waist. They called that back, and if I'm not mistaken, I think they got a field goal, or maybe they scored. I don't remember exactly. Oh, here's another nice little run, a little physical. That was the other running back, Lee. Another sack. Dude, they were getting on, buddy. That's when they ended up benching him. I think he ended up getting benched right after that. That defense, those defensive plays, they were, as you can see, like they're constant pressure on Paxton Lynch, constant, just consistent pressure. They didn't let him breathe at all that night. As you see, Wade Phillips go, 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 go. He getting old, ladies and gentlemen. That dude getting old. I was watching. I was like, he don't even look the same. Here's another nice little pass to
Oh,
him.
look at Rex
Mr.
Ryan,
McCaffrey
dude. And
2.0.
people think Rex Ryan's going to come out of retirement and coach. Bro, what is he going to do?
No,
Sit
dude,
on
not
the
yet.
golf cart the entire day?
Here's another nice pass here. Yeah, that's exactly, guys. This is the guy that they benched him for. And again, so that's kind of like a little preview of what to expect from the XFL. It's a little entertaining. It's not the same stuff you typically see in the NFL game, like I was saying earlier. Um, so it's a little bit of here and there. You get what I'm saying? So it's a lot of fun. Again, guys, you guys got to keep your eye on Max Borghi. Christian, he even looks like fucking Christian McCaffrey. It's crazy on how similar they look. And I would say when it comes to the receivers, um, you have Jacour Parson out of Seattle, 14 targets, 95 yards with 12 receptions, only dropped 2 passes. You have Dante Burnett out of Houston, 12 reception targets, 8 receptions for 90 yards and a touchdown. And obviously, I like Kirkland out of Houston, eight targets for 5 receptions, 71 yards and a touchdown. Body guy out of Orlando. He's a nice little target, 6 targets for 5 receptions, 68 yards, 1 touchdown. And again, so there's some. You have Eli Rogers. We're playing for. There's a bunch of guys there that we can get that we can get in here and not pay as much. Charleston Rambo for you Kane fans. Um, there's a lot there. There's a lot of options that we have that we can definitely tap into some nice. We need Skyler there. He's a capable second backup. I don't think he's a starter yet, but you could bring in a guy like Ben DiNucci. Um, you could bring in a guy like Luis Perez, who's a solid backup and is capable that can fight for that second string, maybe third string spot if they want to keep 3 quarterbacks. You can bring in a guy like Max Beekman there that ran pretty well, 6 rushing attempts for 55 yards. But I would prefer Max Borghi. I think he has more upside, especially with his unique pass catching ability. So he did have a little stint too with Mike McDaniel's in Seattle and San Francisco. So there's some familiarity there if you want to play that route. I'm not going to play that route, but you can go more or less and bring in some capable guys here in this XFL. And again, this weekend I kind of want to focus myself on the offensive line and defensive line and kind of see exactly what options or opportunities that we might be able to find, some diamonds in the rough, right? That's the main thing. So with that, we're gonna flip here a little bit. So to XFL game, Thursday night games. So make sure you tune into that XFL. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna look up PFF. I want to do some mock drafts later. I was talking about last Monday was let me stop sharing real quick. We'll kind of talk about it and then we'll go into it in a little bit, CT. But what I was kind of talking about was depending on what Miami does, how they can target the draft, right? So if Miami decides, all right, let's bring back Wilson and Mostert and Ahmed, um, and then they bring in maybe I would say leave your quarterbacks the way they are. I wouldn't bring in a guy like Jimmy G, although some people want Jimmy G here. Some people, I've heard Justin Fields, which that's out of left field. Lamar, well, whoever it is that you want to bring in, I say kind of leave it where it is as of right now. If you have to, unfortunately, although I don't agree with it, Miami's probably going to have to bring him Tua in on a 5th-year option. I don't, I rather see another year out of him, but at the end of the day, that's probably what's going to end up having to happen. Um, but you can bring in guys like that, so you kind of keep the core intact. I know Batman was talking about Zach Sealer earlier today. They want to get their deal done now. They don't want to wait until later. So then you have obviously Christian Wilkins next season. His contract is up, so you got to bring him back and pay him. So there's a lot that Miami has to do here with very limited cap. And I read some of those numbers, right? So depending on what they decide to do with Byron Jones, I know CT, you were kind of critical. You think Byron's out of here. A lot of people think Byron's is out of here. But if they were able to restructure, they could open up some cap space there and retain him. And now we don't have a cornerback need per se, because we're going to lose also Nick Needham. But they can bring back one if they choose to, right?
I'd bring back Needham. There's no way I'm bringing. There's no way I'm bringing Byron Jones back.
I respect that.
Even if you say he gives us a $4 or $5 million discount, I still
he'll probably drop down to like 10 million is where I think that he's going to end up being at.
But even that, do you still want a guy who was disgruntled that refused to play all year, even though we heard fucking?
But the thing is, Hunter, I agree. But the circumstances is that we don't know the circumstances. We don't know if it was something dealing with his lack of faith in our team. We don't know if it was because he didn't like Josh Boyer, in his play calling style. We don't know the actual term. We don't know why he was disgruntled. Yeah, we can assume it was because we were trying to trade him, but we really don't know. So what if it was
that part of it too? Yeah. But at the same time, Byron was a Flores guy. Flores went and handpicked him to come in. So I don't think it had anything to do with Josh Boyer. But regardless, whether it was injury, the trade situation, whatever, it don't matter to me. I just felt like if it is a contractual situation or whatever, that's really shitty of you not to play when the rest of your teammates are out there busting your ass. And the rumor was, again, that he would be ready by preseason week 2. That didn't happen. Then he was going to be ready by week 1. That didn't happen. Then they told us week 4, and that didn't happen. Then they said, oh, we're going to stop giving guesstimates because I always end up wrong. And then we hear rumors that he's going to come back after the bye week. And at that point, we were 8-3, and he didn't come back. We lost, 3 games in a row there. And that's correct. It's like, bro, if he didn't come back when we were 8-3, he wasn't going to come back at all.
Exactly. And I agree. But again, that could be he saw the way Josh Boyer was play calling, and he's like, "Yo, I don't want to go out there and risk my body for this dude." And the Dolphins are already looking at shopping me around. You can't really blame him for that because if
No,
I'm sorry, if I'm a player, I would be the same way. Let me collect my
no, and I
check.
agree. The thing that about that situation is, I'm not necessarily mad at him,
Right,
irregardless of what the reason is. What pisses
right,
me off is Greer knew this shit in the offseason because it
right.
started in the offseason. The fact
100.
that you did nothing to try to address that when you knew what was going on, you get, fuck it, we'll see what we got. And then Needham gets injured. Then fucking Brandon Jones gets injured. And it's like, oh, fucking great. You know what I mean?
So if you're Miami, right? I mean, honestly, I would say Miami's objective is to still trade him, right? Involve him to say, okay, which teams would you be willing to go to, and try and attempt to trade him, right? If you're not able to trade him, then you got to do a post June cut. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
pre
But the
June, whatever.
question is, I brought up this argument before, though, is in reality, even if we do trade him, we're not going to get anything major of value. And the reason being is he sat out the year. And other teams know that he didn't have any major injury. He had a minor clean out surgery and he didn't play the whole year.
Right,
So, regardless of what the reason is, he's going to have to explain to another team what was happening and why he chose to essentially sit out the season.
right. But I don't think teams are
So,
going to. They're going to look at it like, okay,
no. I'm not saying about that. I'm saying the fact that he didn't physically play, not about, oh, why did you do it? He don't, I don't think teams care about that part. I'm saying the whole he didn't actually see the field, and now you're expecting us to come out here
No,
and
there's 8 teams. There's 8 teams in the XFL currently. I'm waiting for them to put a team in Miami. If they put a team in Miami, I might have to get season tickets. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah. But you
yeah,
get what
dude.
I'm saying is I'm
Yeah,
not
I
saying
get
he
where
has
you're
to
coming from.
explain. It's just how is that team going to go, bro? I don't know if you can still physically perform.
Hmm.
You know. So
And
what are
that's
we
going
going
to
to
be
get? Maybe a
what would you
6th
say
or
the
7th
market.
rounder.
Animus, if you want to try to come back in, I'm not sure if you're still here, but if you want to come back in, bro, if it's going to let you in, then great. And again, guys, the links in the bio or the links in the comment section. Y'all, if you want to come up, y'all can come up, talk some smack with us. We're going to do some mock drafts in a little bit, and kind of go based off of some what if scenarios here for our Dolphins, and then maybe talk about some other teams. I'm kind of going to get into that now with other teams. So if you're another team, what do you think the market looks like for Byron Jones? um, what teams can definitely use his services. And that's another reason why. Because what if Miami comes in and goes, okay, look, he hadn't played for a year. I need to dump him because I need to eliminate some cap space here. Um, give me a 5th round pick for him.
Yeah, and that's what
Give
I was
me
getting at.
something.
But yeah, a 5th, a 6th, possibly even a 7th,
Something.
because I don't see anybody wanting to give up a 5th for somebody who, unless they sign and restructure him or trade and restructure him, he's going to be costing $16.5 million next year.
Yeah, which I'm pretty sure Miami will have to eat some of that. Miami will
Yeah,
eat some
but
of it.
that's the
To
difference.
make
Is
it
I'd
more
rather
lucrative.
get that 7th rounder and have to eat 3 million out of that 16 versus them give me a 5th rounder and I got to eat 12 million out of that 16. You get what I'm saying?
100%. Again. So that's what I'm saying. If I'm Miami, I'm trying to get any sort of recuperate any asset for him. Another guy that I'd probably trade away is um Agba. If you eliminate Agba's contract there too, and you trade him away, you can open up some more cap there. Noah Benogany, I know we have a nasty
Wilson.
cap hit with him.
Yeah,
So there's a
Cedric
couple guys.
Wilson is a good guy. Baker's another one. Because if you bring in, I mean, literally, we brought in Bradley Chubb to do everything that fucking Baker can do. So then why in the hell are you paying Baker fucking 12 million a year?
Because he's probably the best middle linebacker option we have currently.
He doesn't even play middle linebacker.
Oh, he's outside linebacker, but currently on this roster, he plays middle linebacker. So unfortunately, he is the best middle
Landon
linebacker.
Roberts has been playing middle linebacker when they've been lining him up in that
Good as
outside spot on the outside. He's considered an outside linebacker. It's the Landon Roberts who's playing middle.
yeah, but Landon is nowhere near better than Baker, in my opinion.
No, and I understand that part. I'm just saying, I just feel like
Landon
again,
Roberts they might bring back. I don't think although. So there is a player that I'm looking at, right? There's a player that I would love Miami to bring in. That player is Dalvin Bush. Take the chance on Dalvin Bush. He is a sideline to sideline player when healthy. Hopefully he's not as nicked up as he was in Pittsburgh. Bring him in here on. You can bring him in. I think Sports Track has his contract estimate 1 year, $4.5 million around there. Bring him in on that 1 year, $4.5 million. You keep Landon Roberts, and then you have Channing Tindall there at that last spot.
There's no way I'm re-signing Landon Roberts. My thing is there's another option out there, and Batman's talked about it. We've talked about it on his show when we went through the cap figures. It's a guy who his last name is Pease, the middle linebacker for Cincinnati. They have to re-sign him among a plethora of other guys, and they had him set at making like $8.5-9 million, and he's a fucking top 15 linebacker in the league, middle linebacker in the league. I go get him for $8 million because, bro, if you get that you get rid of, again, we talked about Ogba, that's $10 million right there.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? Yep. And that middle linebacker completes that. Yeah, if you're gonna let Baker stay, I don't have a problem with it. But my thing is if I could put Bradley Chubb in the Baker role and I can go get a guy for that $12 million I was paying Baker who can do everything in the middle I need him to do, you're killing two birds with one stone.
Right. 100%. 100%. So
But I also brought up the idea of, even if you get rid of Baker, if you go out and get a true safety like you talked about earlier, with people saying about Poyer coming and whatever, but if you do get another true cover safety, why not fucking turn him like other teams have turned their strong safe or their free safeties and put them in the box and allow them to be a hybrid linebacker safety a la Eric Rowe?
100%. I can see that. I'd understand that. But the thing is, then what do you do with Brandon Jones?
That's who I'm talking about. You're putting Brandon Jones in that hybrid role.
Hybrid role, okay.
Yeah, because look, he can play great on the fucking line, in line in the run game. He's super aggressive. He can make tackles. He plays with reckless abandon. But he has better coverage skills than Baker. Why? Because he was a safety. But the thing is no, he's not like a Javon Holland or another one of these cover-oriented safeties. He can cover, but he's not the greatest. He's, again, a la Eric Rowe, where he's not going to give you supreme, safety coverage skills, but he's above average, but he can also play at the line of scrimmage. So why not use him in that because that's what you're doing with Baker. That's the exact same shit as, is he going to blitz or is he not? Oh, wait, Brandon Jones can blitz just like Baker, and he can cover better than Baker. So why is Baker there, period?
Well, yeah, and again, I think we and you have had this conversation on multiple shows where Baker is playing out of position. And real quick, let me just welcome. How do you say that name? Amicus?
Yeah, it's Amicus. What's up, guys?
What's going on, man? Hey, welcome. I know this is your first time on here. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, man, I've seen you on Batman's a few times, and I'm familiar with CT as well on TFTG, so appreciate you guys.
Hey, as always, man, it's a pleasure for you having you on the show. Tell me, man, I know you're Bills Mafia. Tell me what you think about your Bills.
Well, Batman had his show like a few minutes ago, right? I guess on Miami Sports Music, whatever the fuck, Stephen D.
Yeah.
And it's not going live anymore, but they were talking about Tremaine Edmonds. Apparently, y'all hear anything about Tremaine Edmonds? 80% chance of signing.
The problem is with some of this, what the Dolphins fans here. Oh, what the hell happened? Oh, wait, my bad. I kicked them off the screen. Hold on, give me a second. Put it back on. My bad. I hit the wrong button. Um, the issue with Jermaine Edmonds is, in my opinion, his contract is going to command. It's going to be a big contract that he wants. I know some of this fan base thinks that because he's from here, he'll give a hometown discount, but that shit don't work like that when it's your first major contract.
Right.
They want to maximize their payout. You get that more like towards the end of their careers, where they come in for a little bit of money to finish out their careers in their hometowns. I don't really see Edmonds coming here because I don't think we have the cap to afford him.
Yeah, pretty
It's
much.
one or the
I
other.
haven't heard that rumor. Now, I've heard Poyer just for the simple fact that they were saying we could get him for around 13 or 14 million a year.
But my thing was with that is why pay 13, 14 million when you have Brandon Jones? Let's see what he's made out of. And then let's focus that 13, 14 million that you're going to pay him. Let's bring in a guard or a center or a tackle, another tackle in here to solidify the offensive line for the same price.
And I agree, but the problem is we know that Nick Needham's on the end of his contract, so you're going to put in a position where if you get rid of Byron, you still need a cornerback. And so we know that Needham's not going to play on the outside. We try that shit. So is it you're going to let Kohu take Needham's spot? And then because this is part of how much cap.
Yeah. Because you can bring Needham back in number 2 and get rid of Byron. You either cut him or trade him.
Yeah, but the thing is neither him nor Kohu are really cut for the outside. Now, if we're all excited and he can stay fucking healthy, is Trill Williams because he's a fucking carbon copy of X. He's a ball hawk. He's super, but he's been injured 2 of the last 3 years.
Yeah, but you know what? X started off that way too.
Yeah, and I agree with that. But also look at what he's going through now. But go ahead, Amicus. I'm sorry, man. No, we didn't want to go back on that too much, but we want to hear what the Bills got to say, man. I mean, you guys got a hard fucking exit. So what's going through your mind, man?
Well, what I was going to say about that Tremaine Edmonds situation is apparently there's a rumor going around that, and this is news to me, but I just heard it like an hour ago from some of the Dolphins fans that Tremaine has already notified the Bills and said he won't play under the tag. Now, we don't really tag too many people, but we were looking at the restructures today. Apparently, we have about $40 million in cap space we can free up, especially with Josh Allen's deal. So he's set for another 5 years, right? We can convert $27 million into a signing bonus, spread that across 5 years, free up $22 million. We can do the same with Morris, do the same with Von Miller. It's going to free up close to $40 million. So the new word on the street with Bills Mafia is that Tremaine Edmonds could be tagged. And so now there's this thing like it makes sense, like if Tremaine really wanted out and wanted to come to the Dolphins, the Bills find him that extra cap money because we were $18 million in the hole. But these restructures are going to happen. We're going to have the money. And so they may just look at it as like running it back. Tag Edmonds.
Well, they may not tag him. They may just pay him because he is another generational talent. So he could.
But I think he wants to come to Miami. I agree with that narrative.
Yeah, but Miami's not going to pay him. That's the issue.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
Are they going to stay? Is he going to stay and get paid, or is he going to come here and take a ridiculous price cut? Which, again, like Big Philly said, bro, he's looking for his first major contract, dude. He's just coming out of his rookie deals, bro. Yeah, he's ready to cash in and make money.
Right,
bro. He's not in this. If he was in this for the Super Bowl, whatever, he would stay in Buffalo because Buffalo, although they had some offensive woes this year. And there was some spots, you obviously lost Von Miller, you lost a lot of key pieces to your defense. And even in some games, half your defense was out. So you guys were plagued with injuries. You guys were still competitive. Miami's also going to be competitive, but they weren't at the level of Buffalo. Do you see what I'm saying?
But
so
we also lost 3 fucking defensive starters too, 4 if you include Byron. But the thing is they're more set up. You guys are better set up at this moment you're closer to getting a ring than we are.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. If y'all find a way to get that Caleb cat, that's scary shit.
I don't. And honestly, that all depends on how Tua plays the next year. I know people think that Tua is going to be out this year. The only way I see that is if they bring in a guy like Lamar. But if Lamar's not coming, he ain't going nowhere. So it depends on how he plays. We could go. He could go and ball next year, not get hurt at all, play out the whole season, and we could see what he's really made out of. But I mean, again, based off his track record, although the injuries are different this go around compared to the last go around, he hasn't been able to stay healthy. And that is more of a concern, in my opinion, than the lack of ability that everybody's trying to sell people on, whether he can't pass the ball or he's not as accurate, which I thought was insanely misleading considering that he was the number one quarterback in attempt or not attempt and completions over plus 20 yards, which Stephen D did say yesterday, and I did confirm it on PFF. So he led, I think, in 13 categories passing in the National Football League last year. There was like 12 or 13 different categories that he led in. So there's stuff that he is doing that he's working on. His game is that he's working on. But can he stay healthy is my biggest concern with Tua. You see what I'm saying?
I agree. And that's where, again, go ahead.
No, you go. You're good. You go. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that I agree with that, and my thing is that's where I don't want to go out and spend a bunch of money on the backup quarterback and all this. My thing is we all know if you're gonna try to find these generational talents and whatever, you have to either have assets for the draft or you have to have cap to bring somebody in. Well, we know we don't have the cap, so we could stop talking about that. Now, my thing is say you bring in a $2 or $3 million guy to be third string. You roll with Tua, Skyler, and a third string dude. If Tua can't stay healthy, which again I've prefaced multiple times, I don't think the concussions are going to be an issue. But again, you also have to understand, he had broken ribs, the finger, this, that, and the other. If he can't stay healthy and or he doesn't produce next year, and you have Skyler backing him up or a third guy, and you lose, yeah, it's going to fucking suck. But at the same time, if you continue, like you said earlier, Big Phil, you keep the core together, you get the offensive line straightened out this offseason, you get a middle linebacker. Bro, if you lose games because either Tua's injured or the other quarterbacks suck, you move on from fucking all of them, and you're going to have the asset to fucking do it. Especially if we can get something for, say, Byron Jones, or get a 5th or 6th or 7th round pick for Cedric Wilson, and for this guy, or say we trade Baker or whatever. Bro, you can build up those assets so that all it is plug and play. It doesn't matter who the quarterback is. The rest of the team is built and ready to go. I don't give a fuck if it's Tua or a purple people eater. Bro, if the team is ready to go, it's plug and play.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just like the 49ers. Same concept with them. Even the Ravens with Joe Flacco. I mean, there's many formulas to win the Super Bowl, and that's one of them.
But the thing is we're always unfortunate when we go out and try to pay these high-priced fucking free agents. They play like shit for us.
That's because you have strippers and cocaine and sunshine, man. I mean, fucking Miami.
Look at he's like, you had your offensive lineman or line coach sniffing fucking coke off a hooker's titties. Of course, the fucking thing ain't, the offensive line ain't gonna do shit.
But I think that should be the biggest concern. I've been saying that all offseason, last offseason. Unfortunately, I'm talking about it again this offseason, where it's we're missing that one piece. We're missing that tackle. Opposite side of Armstead, we have Robert Hunt. I think that we can use a center and move Williams over to guard. I've been saying that all year during the season. I'm going to stick by that. Let's draft a center, or let's bring in a free agent center to come in there and compete with Mike Dieter. I know that Batman can't stand Mike Dieter, but unfortunately, I think he'll be here another year. Is he a free agent or no?
I have
I
no
don't think.
idea, but I am all on board with Batman. Michael Dieter, and I even got his damn question right that night about who he hates the most on this team. It only took me 3 guesses, but we all got there. Anyway, bro, Michael Dieter and what's in Austin Jackson. I'm sorry, but they need to go because you can't bring in new talent and see what they can do when you're so stuck on these picks. And Eichenberg is 1-2. Bro, you got to churn the fucking roster. If these guys aren't fucking working, stop sticking on them so fucking long. I get it, Greer. You fucked up. You traded up to get Eichenberg and he shit the bed. You wasted a first round pick on Austin. I get it. I understand it. But just move the fuck on.
I agree.
That's what's infuriating. The same thing, like you said, we're saying the same bullshit we did last offseason, right? We're bitching about having not our O-line not being good enough, our run game not being good enough, and our fucking middle linebacker fucking position is trash. And guess what? We're having the same fucking conversation we did last year about it. Nothing changed.
No, not at all. Nothing changed at all. And that's the issue. And that's exactly why, I don't agree with some of these takes with some guys. Yeah, it's wishful thinking in my opinion. But again, why am I going to pay Josh Boyer, not Poyer, 14 million or 12 million dollars when I can bring in a center for that same price? And
Or
why am I
less.
going to bring?
And and that's another thing. Those people want to, just because I say I want to bring in a center and a right tackle or a middle, they're like, oh, you want to buy all these superstars? No, they don't have to be superstars. They just have to be fucking competent.
Yeah, I agree, and that's basically where we're at with that, and I'm telling you, bro, it's frustrating because it's like, and I get where some of this fan base is going. I understand, Tremaine Edmonds. I understand some of these guys, some of these names that are being thrown out there. But again, why am I going to pay a linebacker, whatever it is that he's due? I think it's $46 million on a 3-year deal or a 4-year deal, something like that along those lines. When I could bring in a tackle
around 12 million a year.
Yeah, I'll bring in a tackle. I'll bring a right tackle in or a center in at the same price or even cheaper. I know some guys don't like to do from San Francisco, but he has a lot of familiarity with Mike McDaniels. You bring him in on a 3-year, 36 million, and you solidify that tackle spot.
Yep.
Now you just got to worry about a center, or even let's say you don't go there. Let's say you get the top center available, right? Get the top center available, and you go in and you draft the tackle. In the 3rd round of when we do these mock drafts, you're going to see some tackles that are going to be available. There's a tackle from BYU and there's a tackle from Ohio State that fall to the 3rd round, at least in a lot of the mock drafts that I do, that can be capable starters.
No.
And they're in good programs that develop offensive.
No, Big Philly. Greer is not allowed to draft offensive linemen before the 5th fucking round. That's it. It's CT's rule. He's not allowed. Bro,
hey, look, if it's not in the first
he found some good guys later in the draft and a couple good free agents or undrafted free agents. But bro, every time we draft before the 5th round, they all turn out to be shit. I'm sorry. I don't want to waste another one.
So real quick about Edmonds and Poyer. What about the prospect of the fact that these guys, you're talking about a divisional rival in Buffalo, right? That these guys know every single tendency of Josh Allen and how that could affect the defense when you play the Bills twice a year, because you got to win your division first. I mean, that's an interesting concept.
I get it is an interesting concept, but I would say now more than ever, the playing field is a little bit more level than it has been in years past. In my opinion, again, I don't really see it as much of a need as there is before because there's so much tape out there on Buffalo and Josh Allen that I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure Miami's defense got it figured out. And now you got, and again, and that was even with Josh Boyer, and we were able to shut him down a little bit in week 1 or week 2. And even when we were up in Buffalo, the defense played significantly. They played well against Josh Allen in the cold weather game. So I would say that it's more level than it has been. I just think that there is like maybe a couple missing pieces that are left that we need to fill where we can make that next step and become a contender for the division compared to where we were last year.
Yeah, but keep in mind, I mean, Allen in those 3 games, right? 2 regular season, 1 playoff game. Allen still had over 1,100 yards passing, 9 touchdowns. I mean, he wreaked havoc. I understand that, a couple of those, well, all 3 of them were really close, but and some of that was, Miami did a real good job, like bending but not breaking, letting him get his yards and everything, and then like really punishing him later on, like on this 7th, 8th, 9th drive or play of the drive. And that's a real good strategy against Josh. But Allen made some mistakes. So I'm just wondering like how beneficial it would be to have that insight. And you're talking about 2 Pro Bowlers too.
And I agree with that, Amicus, but the problem is we all know this is the way the league works. Is how many times, we all hate, because you're a Buffalo fan, you hate New England's asses too. How many
fucking
times
hate 'em.
every fucking year, bro, every fucking year they take one of our fucking guys that we cut and they bring him in so they could try that same stupid bullshit of, all right, tell us everything. And in reality, though, these guys move around. These guys have played with so many fucking teams and so many players that, bro, they've gotten this information from other players too.
Yeah, true.
It's really, is the coordinator going to be able to exploit said quote unquote weaknesses? That is essentially what it comes down to. Is the information is out there. The issue is, do you have a good enough coordinator to take advantage of the information they're being given? And unfortunately, that's where Boyer fell short this year, except in the playoff game. And the reason why is everybody across the board that we played this year, including you guys, said, all right, we're going to be ready for that cover 0 bullshit. We got plays for it. We're ready for it. We worked in the offseason to combat it. And we still try to run it a large percentage of the time. And every time we ran it, we got fucking annihilated.
Which I don't understand, because if they looked at the analytics and the stats of Josh Allen when it comes to 0 blitz, he's phenomenal. Like he'll fucking light you up if you don't.
Except in that last playoff game, though, because we finally made the adjustment that I think that you were trying to allude to earlier. Is, again, it's not necessarily about his athletic ability. The issue that comes with Josh Allen is occasionally he'll make the mental fuck up.
Yeah, he does.
You have to wait for him to do it. And that's the thing. Is if you don't, and he doesn't make that fuck up, you're screwed. And so what we tried to do is we ran the 0 blitz against you guys in the regular season, but we played our corners off your receivers, and we said, you know what, fuck it, we'll just keep everything underneath.
Right.
If he's gonna throw it, let him fucking throw it. And that's where he racked up a shit ton of yards. It's because we said, you know what, fuck it, just keep it underneath, let him throw it, play bend don't break. The difference was in the playoff game, we played press man the entire fucking game, and we were coming after him. And he made mistakes. The thing is that's where our defensive coordinator was like, oh, shit, I have nothing to lose, so I'm just going to throw everything at him, when he should have been doing that the entire fucking year, not waiting till a playoff game to do it. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So I started this mock draft, right? So it's our first pick in the 2nd round. And this one here, we don't have Williams. This is the first one that I've done without Williams. They're a tight end from out of Georgia. But there's some interesting talent here, right? So you have like Carl Brooks out of Bowling Green. You've heard a lot about Gibbs, the running back out of Alabama. You have Matthew Bergeron. I can't even fucking say his last name.
Yep.
But the guy here that I'm probably looking at is this dude right here, Travarius Hodges Tomlinson, um, out of TCU. He's a great corner. If let's say we don't decide to bring back Nick Needham and they gotta fill one more position in, he's a great guy at the number 2 spot. Then in the second round that we can bring in. He played 15 games last year, 1,000 defensive snaps,
Was he
547 coverage
primarily a
snaps.
slot or was he a boundary corner?
It looks like he's a boundary. So he was targeted 81 times with 28 receptions for 365 yards. He gave up 2 touchdowns in 2022, but he also picked off the ball 3 times for
Yeah.
TCU.
Well, I was just
So
curious
his
if
passer
they
rating
because
against him was
we
Go ahead.
also come to the question is another, position you may want to look at in that mock draft is depending on say
so
we go out, we
but
get
here we go.
Byron
So
and
the
we bring
slot,
up
the
a
slot,
cornerback. Go ahead. Go ahead.
it's just like all staticky.
Go ahead.
The slot, he's only in 2022, he played 29 defensive snaps at the slot,
Okay. So he's
794
primarily.
in the corner.
Yeah.
And he even played
There
the
you go.
box, 185 snaps in the box. So
There you
you can
go.
see he's
See,
already a
but we
plug in
don't
and
really
play
need
guy.
him to do that anyway, though. If you're going to keep
No,
Brandon
he's
Jones,
a
then
boundary guy.
I
He's a
want,
boundary guy.
a coverage
Yeah,
type guy. You get what I'm saying? Which obviously, damn,
exactly.
if you had that many, that's a pretty damn coverage rate.
I'd
But
probably
the
go with
question
him.
I was asking, though, is it depends because did we get
Yeah.
a middle linebacker in free agency? Because if we didn't, then maybe that's a position we need to look at
I'm
in
gonna
that second
go.
round. But yeah,
Hey, who
run
the
with that
Bills
one.
Right,
take?
100%.
Who
I
the
do
Bills
agree.
take, Philly?
Let me pause it. Hold on, there right now. All right, so let's go back to the first round. So in the first round, you have Jalen Carter going to Chicago, Bryce Young for Houston, Will Anderson Jr., which that can be a toss up between Carter and Anderson for the Bears. CJ Stroud's going to Indianapolis, which is very intriguing. You have Devin Winterspoon going to Seattle to shore up the other side there. Trey Wilson at the edge spot going to Detroit in the trade. Will Levy's going to Vegas. So you have Anthony Richardson going to Atlanta, Quentin Johnston going to Carolina, wide receiver out of TCU. So let's scroll down here. The Pats get Miles Murphy, the edge rusher out of Clemson. Let's see, where y'all at? Joey Porter Jr. going to Detroit.
For 27.
Yeah, but go ahead, because I'm
Bijan
looking right
Robinson.
now, and I've seen it all the way up here. Bro, I haven't seen one fucking linebacker taken. Everything
Antonio
is been an
Johnson.
edge rusher or
So yeah, Antonio Johnson out of Texas A&M will be Buffalo's first pick.
Yeah, that's
Antonio
possible.
Johnson.
That's possible because Deion Branch is the number 1 safety. So I mean, Antonio Johnson would be he's a late first rounder.
And then the second round, Tyreek Stevenson's another one. Depending on how the corners go, he might fall to the 52nd spot. Here's a linebacker, Hanley, going out of Washington State.
So
Emmanuel Forbes.
what number was that real quick? My bad.
That was we're at number 52.
Yeah. No, I was saying the linebacker you had showed it right up earlier.
So hold on. Let me see if there's any linebackers that go in the first round.
No, there's not. I watched that. I saw IL. I don't know if that's inside linebacker or if that's interior linebacker.
ILB. If it's ILB, then yes, it's interior.
Yeah, interior. Yeah, but I only saw the IL. So go ahead.
Edge. So the first linebacker, it looks like off the board that comes off is this guy here out of Washington State, Hanley, is the first one.
Okay, yeah, okay.
So he goes in the 41st pick to Tennessee.
There you go. So 41st. Damn. I was just saying, there's guys.
Jack Campbell. Jack Campbell out of Iowa. A lot of people like him too. He's another one that could be intriguing. But he goes to Cincinnati.
Jack Campbell's a fucking beast.
Yeah, I know. That's where I was hoping, but again, we're getting closer to our pick. So.
Well, he falls in the second round if we decide. But I just think.
Well, that's what I was saying. What pick was ours at? Oh, 52. That's where I was saying.
Yeah,
so we could have gotten
reach
him. We could have. I don't think that's a reach though. I've seen a lot of highlights of him. I don't think that's a reach if he falls that far into the second.
Let's see where he's at.
For you to go an entire round without drafting one of the top linebackers.
His overall grade's good. 13 games played, 873 defensive snaps, 62 pass rushes, run defensive snaps, 393, 418 pass coverage, 83 tackles, 39 assisted tackles, 12 missed tackles. He played some slot there in the box, 761. But I don't see anything when it comes to forced fumbles or INTs or sacks themselves.
Because I remember a bunch of people talking about him in the community who, because I don't really focus a lot on, college other than watching the playoffs and games here and there. But I've heard his name and I've seen some highlights. The dude looks pretty fucking good.
So here we're on the third round, number 77th overall pick here. So here we do have a linebacker here available from Texas, so Overshown. You also have Tank. Tank is another.
I heard that Overshown was pretty good too. I think DTA is the one that was saying about Overshown.
Yeah, so Overshown linebacker is really it's limited. After the fifth best linebacker, it's a huge drop off, and Overshown is ranked fifth. So that's really the last opportunity y'all would have to get what I would say a starting linebacker in this draft.
Yeah, and that's what we need is, bro. We've done this draft developmental guys later on in the draft, and it just never fucking works out.
Well, what I will say is this kind of tells you the most. Passing rush snaps only 89. Run defensive snaps 291, coverage snaps are 332. He had 67 tackles, 25 assisted, 14 missed tackles. He wasn't, and he's been consistently in that 60, 50, 60 range, or in the 70 range, really 70, 80 range in tackles, solo tackles and assisted combined. So it's more of like, okay, in this case. It's a tough one because we do have two picks, so we could go with a better talent and hope that he's there in the second pick in the third round.
Yeah, that's true too.
Out of Auburn, he's a capable running back, a little bit more physical. You do have. Let's see if we scroll down a little bit and see what else we have available here later. You have Hendon Hooker.
Hendon Hooker is pretty good. Yeah, Hendon Hooker's been pretty fucking good the last 2 years. I've heard of his name
Ivan
a lot.
I'll tell you what I would do.
Actually, so Ivan Pace has a 93. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So I see here. I think I would go Pace. So Pace has a 93 overall grade. Played 13 games, 897 snaps. So he's definitely more experienced. 180 passing rush snaps, run defensive snaps 450, coverage snaps 267, 92 tackles, 34 assisted tackles, which tells me he's all over the field. 19 missed tackles, and he played a lot of his snaps in the box. 840.
Yeah, but that sounds like another Atlanta Roberts with the fucking missed tackles. 19 is a lot of fucking missed tackles.
But he had over, but he had over, you're talking about 120, like 6 sacks, more or less, 126, 116 tackles. I'm sorry, not sacks.
And I mean,
hey, Philly, I can't see the screen. Is that inside linebacker from Cincinnati?
Yeah,
No, this is overture from. Oh, no, he did switch it. Oh shit.
yeah. It's Ivan Pace Jr.
Yeah, from Cincinnati. Yep.
Okay, yeah, that's that's yeah. He'll probably go, you know, middle round 3, something like that.
Yeah, that's where we're at. We're on the 77th pick. I would Pace in this mock draft. Let's see what we got here. What's
Go
left.
ahead, man. Like
So
I
now
said,
we got a linebacker. We got a linebacker. We got a corner. So we addressed 2 defensive needs. So now let's kind of go into the offensive side. Depending on what we decide to do here at the running back position in the free agency, we have 2 available running backs. I like Tank. I think he's going to bring that physical element to our running team, our rushing offense. You also have, if you go and tackle, you can go Duken from Maryland. Let's see where he's at with pass grade.
We're gonna stick to this for this draft because you made all the other ones. We're not going lineman this early. We're not, bro. I want to go. Let's explore the. Let's explore.
All right, so then let's go. All right.
Maybe you know what?
So
I would willing to go center. Let's look at center. But I'm not gonna take another tackle in the first 5 rounds.
Remaining.
Philly, you gotta let me draft for y'all. I gotta draft for y'all one time, because I got you, bro. I got you. I know what I would do as a GM, and I would fucking set Miami on fire with my picks, bro. It's not gonna make sense to you at first, but once you reason through it, you're gonna see.
All right. So let's finish this one, and I'm gonna run another one with you, and I'm gonna run another one CT. So we'll all get one each.
There you go.
All right, and then we'll compare our draft classes. Okay, that's what we'll do. So this year, I think I'm going to go Tank. 82 overall, 12 games played, 178 rushing attempts for 976. The previous year, 224 for 1,100 yards, which tells me he could be a workhorse back. 5.5 yards per attempt, 10 touchdowns, 30 receptions for 42 targets and 180 yards. So I think I'm going to go him. And from Auburn, bringing it, and again, depending on what we do in free agency, whether we bring back Mostert or Wilson or both, he's a great compliment back, a power back that we can bring in. So that's who I'm going to go with. So now we're going to go. It's going to fast forward. I don't think we have any picks until the 5th or 6th round.
Yeah, we don't have a 4th rounder. We don't pick till the 5th.
So
or no, wait. Do we pick in the 4th and not pick in the 5th?
No, I think it's the 5th we pick in, not the 4th.
Yeah, I think we gave up that 4 for Hill, remember? Wasn't the 4th rounder in there, or was it a 5th rounder?
No, I think that might have been Wilson. That might have been Wilson. And this is why I think they'll bring back Wilson. We gave up draft capital for him.
Yeah, but bro, we played him sparingly. The fact that you still had Craycraft and fucking what's his name?
Well, no, not Cedric. I'm talking about Jeff Wilson, not Cedric Wilson.
Jeff Wilson. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I thought you were talking about Cedric. Bro, Cedric Wilson got to go. Fucking bro, Byron Jones got to go. Austin Jackson got to go. Eichenberg got to go. Bro, there's so many things on the offense and defense that we could do better. We got to bring Nick Needham back. We got to fucking figure out, Brandon Jones, find him a role, whether we get another safety or another corner. Hopefully Trill can stay healthy. What are we going to do with X? Bro, there's so many fucking things that this is where it's difficult to draft because you don't know what's going to happen in free agency before it.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to assume that there is no free agency.
Well, damn, then if that's the case, then the Dolphins are fucked.
Because everything changes with free agency. So,
free agency, we would be fucked.
All right, so this is Chris Greer's realm. So we don't draft until the 6th round. So
Philly, real quick, what do you have? You have a 2nd, a 3rd, a 4th, and a 6th?
No, we have a 2nd, 2/3, a 6th, and a 7th, 6th and a 7th. So
2/3. Oh, nice. All right.
We're on the clock.
Yeah, but that don't make up for not having a 4th or 5th round pick, which sucks. because that's where Greer does better in that 4th, 5th, 6th,
Let's see
7th
the center
round.
here. Let's go Ricky Stromberg. Look at him.
Yeah, everybody does CT because there's no expectations.
Well, I agree to that extent, but also you have to remember we found guys that late in the draft that have came out in their first year, including undrafted free agents that have came out and started for us.
So,
there's a little bit
here's a
different
diamond.
of, okay, I get him in the 5th or 6th round, and in 2 years he'll develop into a starter. No, he finds these guys, these diamonds in the rough that come in, even UDAs, that fucking come out and start for us. Now, whether you want to argue that's a lack of talent to begin with, that an UDA can come and take over, that's debatable too. But the dude finds guys in the later rounds and UDAs, but the guy can't fucking draft offensive linemen or cornerbacks early in the fucking draft to save their lives. Period. Bro, we've wasted 4 fucking picks in the last 5 years on O linemen. We've wasted 3 fucking picks on linebackers and a cornerback through the 1st through the 3rd round, and all of them have been fucking busts. It's like, bro, why don't you just stick to your bread and butter, dude?
So you know DeMar Hamlin, obviously the guy who had cardiac arrest,
all right, so
6th round pick.
Yeah. But how long has he been playing before he was a starter?
Well, he wasn't. He was a backup. He only played because Micah Hyde had neck surgery.
That's what I'm getting at, is if the guy comes in and plays well, that's great. That's a bonus. But like you said, yeah, there was no expectation on it. But there was a little bit difference in Greer's come out and found it. Nick Needham included. Nick Needham was the fucking third or 5th best slot corner in the league last year. He was an undrafted free agent the year before. This guy came out, won a starting fucking job, and balled out from day one.
That's what's up, man. I mean, I don't give a fuck how bad your team is. If you're taking an undrafted free agent and putting him on the field, I mean, that's scouting.
Yeah, but you also got to consider, was it that our talent at slot corner was just that bad? Which one was it? You get what I'm saying? It's a catch-22. You don't know.
The Bills are in that situation now. We don't know. We don't know if it's Josh Allen making bad mistakes, or we don't know if Dorsey's a fucking idiot. Just don't fucking know.
Dorsey's a fucking idiot because he went to UM. Dorsey's an absolute idiot because he's a UM prospect. So, I mean, I'm just saying.
How'd you do, Philly?
You made me hurt. You made me cry, man. All right, so we're in the 7th round. So this is like that diamond in the rough. I'm kind of just looking around here, seeing what I decide to do here. I kind of want to go quarterback. I kind of want to go here. He has an 83 overall, great overall. 12 games played, 247 completions for 376 attempts, 65% completion rating, 3,100 yards passing, 8 yards per attempt, 31 touchdowns, 6 INTs with a passer rating of 112. I think that he could be somebody that can compete with Skyler. So I'm gonna go with him, and my draft is done. My draft is finished, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see what we got, and then we're gonna do another one with we're gonna do another one with these two gentlemen here.
You got a screenshot. I might switch so we can throw them up together. You get what I'm saying? So we can compare them.
Yeah, I know.
I already know mine's going to be like a D minus.
Hey, I don't give a shit about the grades, man.
Let's see if they should scout me. Let me. Hey, Chris Greer, if you're listening, you know, if you want to hire me, depending on this grade, I'm available 24/7. Just saying.
Hey, I've been saying, you know, Big Philly, about the medical staff thing. I've been saying the same thing. Chris Greer, bring it to me.
Well, I said that shit earlier. I said that earlier on the Twitter Spaces. I was like, bro, CT has been crying about that all season, and look, now Michael Thomas came out challenging the NFL's medical stuff, saying how fucking
Bro, it's the
horrible they are.
same
Well,
guy.
Michael, dude,
Tyrod Taylor did it
full of
too.
shit.
Bro, Tyrod Taylor sued the dude that fucking gave that tried to reinflate his lung. Bro,
Yeah, that was a fucked up situation with Tyrod, man. Can you imagine like losing your starting job because somebody put the fucking needle in the wrong place? Fuck.
yeah, this is what we're talking. And bro, if you know, if you've been on the other platforms, you know what I do, bro. I've called this nonsense out. It's absolutely ridiculous. Just the same way it took a medical staff 4 days last year to prove that Tua had a broken rib, when standard of care is you take him into the locker room, you give him an x-ray. If that's negative, then you go the next day, you do an MRI. If that's negative, but he's still showing positive signs on percussion tests, which is just, again, you banging on his ribs with the rubber mount, and if he winces in pain, that means that he has minute fractures. So if he's positive in that test but negative in the others, there's a fucking gold standard called a bone DEXA scanner. And you can go in and take fucking so minute of pictures. You can see the tiniest cracks in his rib. The fucking, bro, it's disturbing how accurate these things are. But it took you 4 days to figure out, oh, no, he doesn't have a broken rib. And then 4 days later, oh, yeah, he has a broken rib. Bro, it's the same way with Will Fuller and his broken finger. Will Fuller had a broken finger. That broken finger should have taken 4 to 6 weeks to heal. Yeah, it may take you a couple more weeks to get into football shape if you haven't been doing shit and catching, whatever, I get it. But he got injured in week 2 and didn't play the rest of the fucking year. So did the medical staff misdiagnose him? Or did he just not want to play for the Dolphins? Oh, wait. Here comes Byron Jones. Same shit. Oh, he had a minor clean-out surgery that was done 4 weeks before the preseason. We were told he was going to be ready preseason week 2. Then he doesn't play. Then we were told, oh, the week 1 he'll play. He doesn't play. Week 4 rolls around. Oh, well, I said he was going to play week 4, but I'm just going to stop making guesses. Then we hear rumors that he's going to play after the bye week. Well, we're 8-3 at the bye week. If he's going to come back, he's going to come back then. Then we lose 3 games in a row, and magically, oh, we shut him down for the season. So again, is it the Dolphins misdiagnosing, or is it, again, these players just don't want to play for this team? Which one is it?
I have a similar issue with the Von Miller thing. So the MRI just shows that like nothing was severely torn. And then he decides to go to Texas, where he's from, uses the Dallas Cowboys doctor that he's familiar with, right? And they put him under. And he basically gives him free reign. Like, if you see something while you're scoping, do what you got to do. But he wasn't really expecting it to like happen. He was just giving them the okay in case, right? He wakes up with fucking ACL surgery. I mean,
see, I didn't hear about that. I don't know about that, but that's interesting. But I do think that in this case, this is where the NFL gets away with certain things. And I think that the DeMar Hamlin thing, now that we're talking about him and you being a Bills fan, it starts to call into question the ability of the NFL or their desire to start fully guaranteeing contracts against injury. Because here's the argument about Hamlin. Absolutely. As a medical professional, that's scary as fuck. I've never had cardiac arrest, but I've had spinal cord injuries that I've had to deal with in my personal career. That's as scary as fucking scary gets. Whether it's a trainer, athletic trainer, or whoever, even the athlete, scary as fuck. but it doesn't change the fact that the NFL announced we fully guaranteed his contract anyway. We're going to do the right thing. We're going to pay him. Now, the question is what happens to all the other ones? Because just like him, he didn't have 3 seasons accrued. So if you have 3 seasons accrued, you're guaranteed a contract based on injury. But prior to that, you're not given what's it called, benefits by the NFL, health benefits. So you're going to put yourself in a position where every fucking guy that gets injured now before his 3rd year is going to be asking for a handout too.
Right.
Because now the NFL set the precedence.
I feel you.
I'm on the clock.
So real quick, I'm going to move on here. You're on the clock. Yeah, you're on the clock. So this is what
all right. Are we doing any?
I was just looking at it.
Are we doing trades or no trades?
52nd pick. So you can do trades if you want. There is one trade option here. The team that's willing to trade with you is Washington. Their next pick is the 97th pick.
Yeah, no, fuck that. Nope. All right, this is going to sound crazy, but give me Jalen Hyatt, wide receiver out of Tennessee.
Oh, shit. Oh, we got a fucking running gun dude in here. He said, fuck it, Tyreek and Waddle ain't enough. Let's go.
Here's what we're going to do. McDaniel, I've listened to the press conferences. I've heard him say that he has this little play called the fuck it play, right? Well, you can use the fuck it play on every down when you got Waddle, Tyreek, and Jalen Hyatt running the go routes. Go. How are you going to cover them?
Okay. All right.
I get that.
You could have won Williams there too. Georgia. All right. Oh, speaking of Washington, Williams, Washington. So again, this is the 3rd round, and this is where he's dropping to. But it's your pick. Pick him up. Pick who you want.
All right, best available. Scroll down a little bit.
Slow.
Oh, look at that! Look at that! Hey, right there, Gamecock. I'm gonna have to take him.
And we got 2 picks in the 3rd round, right?
Well, hey, I'm not gonna interrupt his. Let him draft, and I'll go through.
Yeah, we have 2 picks.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and take Overshawn.
Okay, I like that.
And because there's about 10 running backs in this draft,
all right,
10 running backs in this draft that can start on day 1, we're going to grab one with the 3rd pick.
All right, so you're on the 3rd pick. You have Big C, who I picked up. You have McBride. You have Rasheed. Well, that's another receiver. We don't need another one. You have Kendra Miller.
Oh, they picked him. Damn.
Tyjae Spears. He's still there. Take him.
Who?
That's the kid out of Tulane, right? Yes. Yeah. That's a bad motherfucker.
All right, so our next pick is 198 picks. So we're going to be here for a while.
But
so
again,
this is very unconventional. But I'm telling you.
Go ahead, my bad.
You put Tyjae Spears in the backfield with Mostert, and you got Hyatt, Waddle, and Tyreek just running wherever they want to run. That's some scary shit, bro.
Oh, I like that idea. But I'd put Jeff Wilson in with Mostert instead of Mostert because I love Jeff Wilson. Our problem is we don't have physical backs. I love Mostert. He'll give you some physical plays here and there, and I do like it. But in between the tackles, I'm giving it to Jeff Wilson. If if this guy is fast, this high A guy, if he's fast, you got one physical runner, one fast runner who could also catch, and them 3 boys out there on the edge. I don't know. I like that though. I like that. Because we thought that Cedric Wilson was going to be our number 3. He was going to be another fast guy, and he didn't turn out. We had guys like fucking Clay. Fuck. What was his name? It's not Clay. It's it's Clay something. Anyway,
this is where I have to digress a little because I don't really know y'all's needs like you do, and these are the later rounds, so you're gonna have to help me out. But those first 3 picks, I'm telling you, man, that's the shit I would do.
So our other need that you have, offensive line and cornerback.
Middle linebacker is a need for us.
You kind of brought the middle.
We got Overshawn.
He got the guy from Texas, so.
Oh, that's right. You did do Overshawn. That's right.
And so you're on the clock.
And a running back. So then we got to go. So if you went wide receiver, running back, or wide receiver, linebacker, running back, we got to get a corner somewhere.
All right, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
He's the highest rated. Grab him.
Let me research.
Yeah. He's like, nah, just get him. He's at a 67?
He is.
I don't know about that.
He was targeted 31 times for 17 receptions, 3 touchdowns, no INTs. He has a passer rating against him of 120. Negative.
Yeah, if that and he only had that limited amount of targets, I'm good. No, I'm good. Hey, it's his draft. Pick him, bro. If he wants to go
nope. I am going with the experts here. I will take your advice.
I'm not an expert, but I don't know about that.
We need it.
I'm not an expert.
Well, he's a little bit better, 71. He had 7 hurries, 1 hit, no sacks, 395 pass block snaps, 365 run blocks, 751 offensive snaps. He's been consistent. Although he's consistently given up 8, 6, and 7 hurries, 2, 4, 5 quarterback hits, and then 2 sacks in his entire collegiate career. I don't know. I think he would be a good solid pickup. Warren McClendon. That's a solid.
Yeah, if y'all need a tackle, if you need a tackle, let's do it.
And it's from all right, boom, picking him up.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with Georgia Bulldogs players unless it's a quarterback. You can't go wrong.
Yeah, 4 or 5-star guys.
Bullshit.
You just got to coach
Georgia
him up.
Sucks.
Get him to
Fuck Georgia.
level. I don't know about that. Championship.
Yeah, I'm an SC bro. I graduated from an SEC rival. I don't play that. I don't like Alabama's ass either. But you know what? If Tua comes out and balls out, fuck it. You know what, Nick? You
heard me, MCJB. Fuck Bama.
Screwing us over. But if Tua works out, I might just fucking not hate you forever. Might.
All right, here we go. Coming up to the last pick of the draft here at 240. 1, 2, 3. Boom. All right. So we don't need a fullback.
Nope.
Why
don't we double up on cornerback? Yeah, I was gonna say maybe double up on cornerback because we are looking for a bounce guy.
I don't have no. He didn't draft a corner yet. He hasn't drafted a corner. He didn't?
Oh shit. Then yeah, we're gonna need one of those then. Oh shit.
Yeah, grab him.
That was him though.
He has a passer rating
early. Yeah. Okay.
He has an 82 passer rating.
That ain't bad. But again, he played at Northwestern, and that's where again you got to compare schools.
Played at
You know,
Northwestern.
compare their who are they playing, their level of competition. You know, that's where it becomes difficult. That's why I hate college. Is
But there's two trains of
But
thought
here we
there,
go. Here's a
Steve.
better corner.
Check this out, bro.
Uh,
If you like, if there's a seventh round pick that or drop to the seventh round from like Georgia or Ohio State, you can pretty much guarantee that they'll never see the field, in my opinion, because those
agree.
top guys in the top schools, if they're really good or worth a damn, they're going to go much higher. But
agree.
these guys that are from, shitty schools, man, they're dropping because they're from shitty schools. But you can find those diamonds in the roughs.
And I agree with that. The thing is that's where I'm at with early in the draft, where I want to see smaller school offensive linemen. And the reason I want smaller school offensive linemen is, bro, these smaller schools run the ball more than these top programs that pass the ball exclusively or, to open up the run game. So I would rather get a small school lineman than I would a small school, say, cornerback or something, because we all know the disparity in talent in college is ginormous. In the NFL, that fucking skill gap shrinks so damn much, it's not even funny.
Yeah, it does.
And that's where, if you play, you play in a division or a conference that they pass the ball a lot, say like a Pac-12 or an SEC. Okay, I could guarantee I'm more comfortable drafting a cornerback from one of those schools versus, say, a cornerback from Northwestern, where they play a lot of teams that like to run the ball a lot. So the guy, we don't know his true skill, ability, and coverage because they didn't ask him to do it very much.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? That's where college gets a lot more difficult, and I don't have the time for that bullshit.
How'd I do, Big Philly? I know the grade's low. It's probably like a C minus.
I don't know if he was having connection issues. He had to go back out and back in.
Oh, he hopped on the alias.
Yeah, hold on, bro. I'm switching over to my phone because my laptop is eating shit right now. Hold on.
I told you earlier, fucking technology, bro. It's a bitch. It helps sometimes.
I had to pop off the
Sometimes you're like,
fucking
fuck
laptop
me.
because this shit is not working right. Hold on, give me a second here. As I am switching over to my fucking headphones.
It's the Chinese, bro.
Fuckers. Damn Chinese and their fucking weather balloons and shit. Motherfuckers are out here trying to spy
right
on us.
Philly.
This
Hey,
is
I
the
love
United
that.
States of America.
I was thinking about that the other day, man. There's going to be a 13-year-old kid, right, with a science project. He's going to build a weather balloon, put a fucking fortune cookie in it, send it up, and it's going to cause World War III.
Oh shit! Hey, Amicus, don't be bringing that down, bro. That's funny as fuck, but it might happen because, dude, did you not hear the report that apparently one of the things that were shot down was a hobbyist enthusiast club that they were monitoring weather patterns for like some environmental school or something? Supposedly, that's one of the things that were shot down, which is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, you overreact. Oh, we found one Chinese spy balloon. We shoot it down. And then the next 12 things we shoot down have nothing to do with China.
Right. One was actually a school project, I think.
I didn't hear that, but I heard the one about hobbyist enthusiasts were pissed because they all put in like $1,400 of their own money to make this shit.
Maybe that's it. Yeah.
And I was like, bro, that's funny as fuck, though. It's like, so you underreact and wait until it's too late to shoot this fucker down, the Chinese one.
It's different times, man.
then everything after that, you're just gonna shoot it down and then ask questions later.
It's different times, man. I remember being a kid in school, and we would like. There was a couple of times we would go out like as 8-year-olds or 9-year-olds and tie like letters to balloons and let them all up. You ever did that? Like 50 fucking balloons just flying everywhere across the world or whatever. Apparently, you can't do that shit no more.
Yeah, that's funny. But I think there's a little bit difference. Like once a regular balloon, if you have a candle or whatever, once it gets to a certain height, the atmospheric pressure will pop the balloon. But
all right, so I went TJ Bass.
They're out there. Who, were you trying to say something, Big Philly? My bad.
Yeah, so I went 2 tackles. I went TJ Bass. I got 2 tackles. One of the motherfuckers got to work out. One of them. So
Damn.
and I went because I didn't like the corners, bro. They have high passer ratings against them defensively. So I think I prefer going with another tackle and one we'll have depth at tackle, especially if you move on from Austin Jackson and Mike Dieter. So we could definitely have some depth there. Some versatile tackles would be great. You get that at a TJ Bass out of Oregon. So let's see what his draft rating is.
E-, D- is coming.
And then we'll compare between mine and yours, and then we'll do CT and compare all 3. All right. So now my
free trial, baby. Free trial. They got to get them ads in.
I know, bro. That shit's so fucking annoying.
I know, bro. It drives me nuts. ESPN is fucking just as bad, though. I have ESPN Plus, which is how, I watch all the fights and shit.
Yes. Yeah.
Bro, they're the same fucking way. Every time you make a pick, you got like a 30-second ad of this. You got 5 pop-ups, and God, it's fucking annoying.
Jalen Hyatt, D+. Wow.
Oh, shit. Hey, well, you know what? Look at my tackles, though. Look at my tackles.
There you go.
Billy,
my tackles.
You saved my draft, bro. You saved my draft.
I told you one of them tackles got a hit. One of the 2 got a hit.
The funny thing is they draft or they grade them high late in the rounds because they know Chris Greer can't draft in the fucking early rounds for offensive line.
Yeah, they're fucking true. So
hey, I'm just telling the truth, bro, whether you want to admit it or not. Let's go. So I'm down for this draft. Let's fucking go. I'm ready, bro.
Oh, we're going to do you next, bro. You're next. So this is kind of like where we're at, just to recap. Oh, these fuckers took mine off. What a bunch of douchebags.
Oh, fuck.
Damn, I can't compare it now. Let me.
I told you to fucking take a screenshot because I knew it was going to happen because it does it to me too. It deletes your previous drafts, which is why I told you to take a screenshot, but you didn't listen to me. So
I did. I took a picture of it on my phone.
Oh, that's right, because you're not on the computer anymore. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, okay. I took a picture on my phone. I just took a picture of his too. So it's a photos. I just can't compare it with you guys. That's the shit that's.
I mean, I kind of like it, but the 2 major issues that we didn't resolve in his draft was cornerback and God damn it. No, he got
that's it. It's just corner.
So cornerback, yeah.
No, CT. What my draft was the ability to show y'all if Tua is really the guy, because there would be no fucking excuses. I mean, you throw Tyee Spears back there and Hyatt? Yeah.
I mean, I think that, again, unfortunately for us, we have 3 good, and I want the same thing. I want to take all doubt away. I want to fucking fix up the O-line, get the middle linebacker set, get our cornerback, to play opposite Howard, even though Howard's fucking declining physically. I agree. I don't want there to be any excuse for Tua this year either. But I also, as a Dolphins fan, want to say if Tua doesn't fucking work out, I want the rest of the goddamn team to be ready to go so that we could plug and play. You get what I'm saying? That's where even though I support Tua and I've come out and defended him as far as the concussions and the his hip injury, because I originally came out and had said again,
Oh, this one's gonna shake up. This draft right here, CT, it's gonna get shaky. Because CJ Strauss just fell to Vegas. So this shit's gonna get interesting.
Well, I just saw one linebacker.
Zay Flowers to Minnesota. That's interesting. Robinson to Dallas. Ooh.
QB, wide receiver, and damn.
Yeah, this one's
Two
gonna get
linebackers
interesting.
gone. That's two linebackers gone. Damn.
Two corners just ripped off. Center ripped off.
Damn, bro. Why y'all taking my good? Why you gotta fuck me? You gave these guys great fucking drafts, and you're gonna fuck me.
All right, so here we go. So, well, here's a good thing. Second round, offensive tackle, offensive line. Just your top three on the board are offensive linemen. You have a guard, a center, and a tackle that you can address.
So go up. Yeah, let me look at all of them. Let me look at all. Right. No. I don't need you to click on them. Just pull them up.
Well, this gives you the grade. So
yeah, but before I even go there, I want to go to. Look, I already said I love you, man. I'm not going O-line this early. Now, worst case scenario, I'll come look at him. But I want to see cornerback and linebacker.
All right, so linebacker, you got your first linebacker is Trent Simpson out of Clemson. You got Tomlinson, the guy that I drafted on my draft.
No. Yeah, but that looks like best available. I want linebacker specifically.
So you're gonna reach. Okay, hold on.
No, I didn't say I was gonna reach. God damn! Let me do my research. Fuck.
So you want to start off linebacker first?
No, I just want to look at them. I want to look at linebacker, cornerback, and running back, and I want to see what's the best available, in my opinion, based on those three. So if you could select those three so I could have the highest rated of those three, I'd like to look at that. That would be the quickest.
All right, so linebacker, you have these four. You have Trent Simpson, Jack Campbell.
There, yeah. Okay, go ahead now. Throw me over to cornerback. I saw the top 3 or 4 of those. Throw me over to cornerback. Oh shit.
What the fuck happened?
I don't know. It just took the screen off.
Hold on, I just figured something out. What was the other one? Running back? You asked for? Yeah.
I wanted running back, linebacker, and cornerback. I think those are the first 3 that I would shoot for. And I want to go best player available at those 3 positions of need. I think that's a healthy way to try to draft is, look, we have 3 or 4 positions we really need, depending on how free agency goes. Well, like Amicus said, if we had no free agency, the Dolphins are fucked. But we got to go the top 2 or 3 positions we need and find the best fit with the best player available. That's how I see it.
I agree.
I'm not trying to reach for one specific position, but I'm going to calculate based on our positions of need, what is the best player available for that concoction of needs. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. All right. Let me know if you guys see the screen.
We do see the screen, but we don't see anything on it. All we see is, there you go. Popped up. There you go.
All right. Yeah, I'm watching on my phone. All right. So I was able to put all 3. So
there you go.
Running back, linebacker, and corner. So in my opinion, he's the best pickup right here at this spot. But I'll let you be the judge of that. This is another running back.
Up on it. No, because you already clicked him. We already went through. Oh no, we didn't go. I don't know who Charbonnet is, and if you're not making waves, I'm not taking you in the second round. So
well, here's the thing: there is a wave. Look at the wave. 191 attempts for 1,300 rushing yards.
Yeah, but you have to balance where did he play, so go up.
UCLA.
So he played at UCLA, played Oregon, Utah, Washington, Buffalo, Stanford, Arizona State, USC, and Cal.
USC has a great defense. Cal has a great defense. Oregon has a good defense. Utah,
I don't know.
Washington.
Let me look
They're
at
all
that.
good
I like
defenses.
that cornerback, though. I like that cornerback, and I don't want to reach for a linebacker based on when you selected all three of them. Let's go with let me go with Tomlinson, cornerback. I like that pick.
All right. Well, boom. Locked in.
See, and that's where I'm saying is I know what our needs are. I'd rather pick the best player out of those needs. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where I'm not, oh, I have to take a linebacker first. Oh, I have to take a running back first. Oh, I want the value, but also getting the best player available at my multiple position of needs. You know what I mean?
Right. So let me now readjust this because we don't need a corner anymore.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go running back. In my opinion, we do need a tight end, but I'll let you do
Let's
that.
go. Let's go. Yeah, I like running back, tackle, and linebacker. Let me look at those three. The BPA of those three. All right.
I'm gonna do one more for you because I'm interested
right.
to see it. Inside offensive line. So center and guard.
Okay.
All right. So just to give you a little bit of so here I went tank.
I don't like that.
Here actually I didn't go tank. I might have actually. I think I did go tank here. But
Yeah, you did, but
no,
hold
I
on.
went Ivan Pace. I went Pace. And then tank was my next pick. So here
Let me go ahead. I'm gonna take Dorian Williams. Up.
I got him right here. You're right here.
Right there. There you go.
You're gonna draft him. I
Go
want to see his
Dorian
grade.
Williams. Yep, I'm going Dorian Williams.
Let me see his grade. He's an 83 overall grade, 14 games played, 849 defensive snaps, 95 against the rush. That's a little concerning. I mean, against the pass rush. Actually, no, that's more like blitzing.
Yeah, that's again.
Yeah, run defensive snaps, 387. Coverage snaps, 367. 97 tackles, 36 assisted tackles, 12 missed tackles.
Yep, I'm going with him. Yep.
Yeah, he's a nice pickup. He's a nice pickup.
I like him.
All right, so let's go with him. Dorian Williams. So you're gonna pick right after that, at the 84th pick. You have one more pick here at the 84th pick.
Yep. I want to look at. Let's go with interior offensive lineman and running back. Let's see what those two positions are.
So you got Tank.
Yours. The thing is.
You want to go different.
In a couple times. Oh, there you go. Now it just caught up. Yeah, running back and interior O-line.
So running back, you got let's look at McBride. Obviously, he picked up Steer, and I picked up Tank. So let's see what he's got. 94. Wow.
Damn.
Wow. Yeah, but he's playing a weaker conference too.
See, but that's where I was saying is I was gonna say I don't even recognize that fucking mascot or that logo. So where in the fuck was he playing? What school? And
Alabama. It's Alabama.
Alabama State? Because it's not Alabama.
No, it's Alabama State or someone
Okay,
else.
yeah.
It's
Alabama that's
school.
Boise. That's Boise. That's Rutgers. That's the College of Charleston there.
FAU.
I don't know who that red guy is.
College of Charleston Cougars represent. That's where I'm from.
They played LSU.
Really, bro?
So.
I grew up in my first wife and I lived in Charleston, South Carolina for 9 years.
Bro, I'm 43 years old. I've lived in Charleston my whole life.
Oh my God! When I come back down, I gotta. We'll have to link up,
Hit me
bro.
up.
I went to I went to USC. I went to MUSC in Charleston.
No shit.
That's why I graduated from USC. That's why I'm a Gamecock fan, bro.
Yeah, I'm a Gamecock fan as well. MUSC
So,
has like one of the best child centers in the country.
oh yeah. I didn't do that. I'm an exercise physiologist. I try to do physical therapy. It just wasn't for me. I went to geriatric. I went to pediatric. You know, geriatric. We helped a lady walk for the first time in fucking 6 years, and then she died 2 days later and wrote us a letter was saying, "Thank you. All I wanted to do was walk for my kids one more time." And I'm like, "Yeah, fuck this. I'm not cut out for this."
Wow.
The mental side, bro. I had a pediatric rotation. At the time, I had a 5-year-old son, and
that's what my wife could
a little boy ran out in front of a car chasing a basketball, got hit by a car.
Fuck that. Can't do
Full body cast. Full body cast. I was like, nope, not for me. I went home, cried like a little bitch, woke my son up, fucking held him for a few hours, and let him go back to sleep. It wasn't for me, bro.
Yeah, that's
So,
just tough.
My answer was I did exercise physiology where I could work with a healthy population, and I have to deal with injuries, but I'm not worrying about them dying from old age, and I'm not worrying about children being killed.
Yeah, a torn ACL is a lot different than seeing kids get hit by a fucking car, man.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Yep, and I give them respect. Everybody who does geriatric and pediatric, it's just not for me. I'm not cut out for it. I'm too much of an emotional being. It's not for me. Just not for me.
So
Respect
CT
for that. But anyway.
So CT, there is another one. TCU's Kendry.
Nah, I like the one that we just went through. That I want him, bro. That dude looks fucking sick.
Well, real quick, 200 just to kind of compare it. 224 rushing attempts, 1,300, almost 1,400 yards rushing, 6.2 yards per attempt, 17 touchdowns, 16 receptions for 22 targets at 116 yards.
I'm not interested in that because when I look at that, just like you're scrolling down now, their schedule doesn't look any fucking better than the ones the guy you showed me before.
No, TCU had a tougher schedule.
Bro, come on.
TCU, look, I'm gonna show you.
Okay, yes, I get it. I get it from the standpoint of named known schools. But the ones we're talking about, bro, you got
Kentucky,
Kansas State in there,
OCU.
you got Oklahoma University, you got Texas Tech, you got Ohio State, you got the Huskers, you got West Virginia University,
Iowa
you got
State,
Tennessee,
Michigan.
You got Tennessee State, you got Texas and Baylor.
Right.
Bro, they're not fucking known fucking football schools either, bro. That doesn't impress me. That doesn't impress me.
So wait. So Kentucky.
Just let me pick my player. Let me pick my player and let's go.
Okay. I'm just saying. All right. So I'm gonna draft.
We're gonna agree to disagree, bro. If it ain't the SEC, it don't mean shit to me, and that's facts, bro.
Isn't TCU in the Big 10 or the Big 12?
I thought TCU was in the Pac-12.
Oh, could be Pac-12.
Or were they in the WAC? Are they in the WAC?
I think they're in the Big 10 because they were playing Texas. They were playing Oklahoma State. I think that's
I don't know. We got to Google that because I swear that they were in the WAC or.
No, TCU is Big 12.
Big 12. Okay,
Big
not
12,
Pac-12. Big 12. Okay, there you go. That's where I got confused.
Pac-12 is Oregon and all them people.
Yeah, but they played Oregon. They played Oregon last year, and that's where I was saying. That's what made me think Pac-12. But no, they're in the Big 12. Yeah, you're right.
So as we're waiting here.
So now I went ahead. I got my guys at cornerback. I got my guy at running back. I got my guy at linebacker. I want to see tackles, guard, or tackles and centers. I don't need a guard because if we
Okay.
find a center, fucking Williams goes back to guard, so I don't need to draft a guard. And if we can get a decent tackle or something, fuck, I might have to go with you on your other ones, Big Philly, where you saved his ass.
Yeah, you see, Blake Freeland just went 145. He's another one that you can get in the third round.
I want to try to get a center and a tackle because again, at that fifth or what is it, 6th and 7th round, I'm willing to take a shot at that. You get what I'm saying? So if we don't address the O-line in free agency, I'm willing to take a couple shots. You get what I'm saying?
100%. One has to hit eventually.
Exactly.
One or the other.
And that's where, we sit here and get frustrated because we drafted Austin Jackson, Eichenberg, Dieter, and all three of them haven't turned out. The only one that we have drafted in the last 10 years that have worked, actually two, sorry. We got Laramie Tunsil, but I'm not including that in this. Robert Hunt is the only one that we drafted in the top 4 rounds that have actually played above or at expectation.
100%.
Every other fucking one of them sucked dick.
I agree. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Oh, I can't wait to see who's left. Oh,
Big Philly saved my draft, and I still got a C grade.
Well, that's because you're a Bills fan. Nobody blames you.
I love drafting. Dude, when I play Madden, I fast forward to the draft. I love drafting.
I do too. I love playing franchise.
I'm just saying there's an interesting wild card here. I'm
not drafting anybody from UM. It's not happening. Sorry. You can move off of that. I'm not drafting anybody from UM. Sorry.
All right. I'm just saying.
I'm just for brevity's sake. I want to see that Mississippi State guard or attack. Was he a guard or attack? No. You already did it. Go ahead. Yeah.
Hey, real quick, CT, not to change the subject, but the Gamecocks beat 2 top 10 teams to end the season. Rattlers coming back. I'm thinking good shit can happen.
Buddy. Let's go, dog. Let's go. Hey, it's another Gamecock fan in the house. Let's go.
Let's go.
Beamer got this team ready to go, bro.
Bro, I love that fucking guy.
You got to fucking give him his credit for all the fucking guys that he has to contend with recruiting-wise. And he still brought in the class he did last year. Look at the class he brought in this year, dude.
Bro, you can tell he's a man's
5-star recruits. We have 6 5-star recruits, 2 through the portal and 3 through recruiting.
He's a man's man, but you can see that used cars.
Let's go.
You can see that used car salesman in him too, bro. He's got charisma.
Yeah,
you guys ready? You ready?
Hey, sorry, we're having a USC moment.
It's all right.
So for all y'all Gator fans and UM fans, but all right, go ahead. Right, just because you don't want to talk about Gamecocks, it's all right, Big Philly. Nobody blames you.
I don't even talk about the Canes like that anymore, bro. They give me a headache every time I talk about them. But anyways,
that's exactly why I ain't drafting nobody from the Canes, because that fucking organization is turning to shit.
Nah, defensive guys, I would say you can draft from the Canes, corners specifically. But yeah, there is. I wouldn't touch anybody on the offensive line though.
I wouldn't touch anybody on the offense, period, because the offense is the one that let the goddamn Canes down this year.
Yeah, basically. So, Nick, you got Nick from Ole Miss, a guard. Now, here's the thing with him, and I've already noticed this. He has a 65 overall grade, 13 games played consistently, minus 2020 with 10, consistently over 1,000 snaps except for 2020, which was the COVID year. Run block snaps, 544, pass block snaps, 472 last year.
To give up 0 sacks, though?
But now here's the thing. So wait.
For only having a 65 grade, you fucking pass blocked 472 times and didn't allow one sack.
Yeah, but he consistently gives up a lot of hurries.
Well,
Look
I
at
don't
his
see
hurries.
hurries. I see hits. He's got,
No,
the
underneath
13.
it's 13,
Yeah, but
13, and 19.
13 out of 172. Bro, Austin Jackson gives up 13 goddamn hurries a game. So let's be real, bro. Nah, man. And he's playing in the Old Miss. He's playing in the SEC. Shout out to Bleezy. Bleezy72, the fucking the Ole Miss guru. Bro, if he's playing in the SEC with those numbers, bro,
Well,
I'll take him right now.
Here's what I was saying. What's good about him is versatile. He started in 2020 and 2021 where he gave up his only sacks, 4 and 2 at the left tackle position. And then they moved him to left guard. Now, here's the thing. Can he play the right side? Because if I'm not mistaken, Hunt is our left guard.
Nah,
So can he
Hunt
play the
is
right
staying
side?
at right guard. Hunt is at right guard.
Oh, he's right? I'm sorry. So then,
So
you could bring him in at left guard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's the difference between, do you take a guard or do you take a center and kill two birds with one stone? Because if we find a center, then Williams can go back to guard and you kill 2 birds, 1 stone.
100%.
So you drop the center. That's why I was trying to say maybe a tackle and a center. Because if you take the center, then you solidify left tackle, left guard. So if you get a decent center, you got center locked down. Robert Hunt has right guard locked down. The only thing you need to do is either through the draft or free agency is get a right tackle.
That was not good. I don't even know why this guy's in the draft where he didn't even play.
You get what I'm saying? Do you get where my common sense is going there?
All right. So in this case, you don't really have any centers available until later, which you can get in the 7th round. So you're gonna have to go tackle or guard. Now in this case, we drafted him in the last draft. Is this you're gonna exit out? Okay, thank you. All right. So
I want one of your awesome tackles that you drafted.
Warren, it would be a great fit here at this spot. You're reaching up a little bit for him. You could go Trevor Reed here from Louisville.
Nah, I kind of like, even though, you know what, I got to go with, I know I'm backtracking and contradicting myself. He played at fucking Georgia. I think I'd rather take the Georgia guy over the Louisville guy just because of level of competition. So let's go with that Warren Clendon guy. Yeah. Let's go there.
All right. Hey, man, make sure y'all hit that like. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button if y'all haven't yet. Just letting y'all know I'm giving away. No donations required, ladies and gentlemen. Nick Needham autograph, game cut jersey, JSA certified. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you hit that sub. Make sure you guys hit that beautiful Taco Bell. And, every time I go on, y'all come on. Once I reach 200 subs, I'm auctioning it off for free, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure y'all hit that like and sub. I know I'm off camera right now. My computer, my connection fell out here. So I got to do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? So
I think my draft kicks both y'all's asses.
I think you're right.
But that's all right. I stole one from him and I stole one from you. So I guess I can't sit here and say that it was all me, because you guys made some good picks too that I was like, damn, I like that.
I just know Jalen Hyatt is a speedster, and see, my draft is Bijan Robinson in the 1st round and Jalen Hyatt in the 2nd. I'm fully convinced that, listen, man, all of Bill's Mafia is like clamoring for this O-line to get fixed. You got Josh Allen. You don't need to fucking worry about the O-line. Get that son of a bitch.
Running game, you do, buddy.
Not with Bijan, bro. Not with Bijan. He's a generational talent.
I get it. He's a you know, a la Barry Sanders, hey, we don't have the greatest offensive line, but he's still going to get it done for us. I get it. But I'm old school, bro. You're older than I am. Shit, and I'm not calling you out for being old, but you're 9 years older than I am, and I'm old school, bro. You build the trenches first. Then you
But that's
worry
the
about
thing.
the skill position.
I get it.
All right, so
And
you ready? You ready?
Yeah.
For the last one, just for time's sake.
Yeah. Real
So
quick.
here's
Yeah,
the.
let's throw this. Get me
So
that.
TJ Bass was the other tackle I drafted.
Give me Alex Forsyth. Give me the center, Alex Forsyth. Let's go with him, and that's the end of my draft.
All right. I think I would have went. In my opinion, there. Well, that's a solid pickup. Only gave up one hurry, no hits, no sacks at center. I think he's a
And he
solid
played at
center.
Oregon, which again, he played again, Georgia, BYU. Oh shit!
TJ Bass is another one that you could go to.
Yeah, no, I was saying, I mean, he played a pretty decent schedule. He played some SEC, he played some Pac-12, he played a couple of the independent teams that looked like they played Notre Dame at the end of the year. So I don't know, man. I think that's a pretty fucking solid draft, man.
Hey, let me tell you something, bro. If TJ Bass
is gonna do
if
shit
TJ
that
Bass
we
is
just
there,
did.
Well, hold on. Let's say Chris Greer goes with your draft, right? And he picks that center. If TJ Bass is there on that next pick, I'm trading for that 7th round pick. I'm trading for TJ Bass. I'm bringing in 2 tackles. I'm bringing in 2 capable tackles.
I mean,
and you can always move
it,
them to guard.
Yeah,
It
but
never
I don't
hurts
want to
to
move
have.
anybody to guard. I just want a solid centerpiece. But I'm hoping, like I said, so we went out and we addressed cornerback and linebacker early in the draft, including running back. Now, if you want to re-sign Mostert and Jeff Wilson and bring this other guy in and bring Ahmed back on a cheap contract, I'm all
You
for
don't
it.
even need to bring Ahmed back at that point. Now you got 3 backs. You don't need it.
Well, yeah, but you're going to need that for that. Now, I'm not trying to pay him again. I'm not trying to pay him $1 million or $2 million, but hey, if you want to come back, we'll sign you on the cheap. We'll sign because Ahmed now has 4 years accrued. You can sign him for the veteran minimum. So I'll send you, or I'll sign you for, $850,000. You get what I'm saying?
So I feel you. You ready to go over your results?
Yeah, let's go.
They a little iffy. I think I drafted the best at all y'all at this point. But all right, so obviously me and you agreed 2nd round pick. If he's there at number 52, Tomlinson is a great pickup. He is a B rate. Now your linebacker Dorian Williams, he's a little reach. I know mine was also reach. I think mine was a C plus. Yours is the D plus. You reached about 20 picks to pick him up, so it's a little overreach at linebacker.
But I like the fact that he played more coverage than he did run stopping, which he didn't do bad in run stopping. But again, that's the whole coverage. Sorry. He played decent in coverage. He's great in fucking run stopping. He's decent in coverage. I don't need a fucking coverage middle linebacker. If you're going to use Brandon Jones or Baker to be those cover linebackers, all you need is a more instinctive and younger a Landon Roberts. That's all I'm trying to find. You get what I'm saying? I'm not trying to find a superstar. Now, if they want to go out in free agency and get a fucking good middle linebacker, I'm down with that. But
yeah, it'd be a solid piece to go along with that. So then
damn, you almost did worse than me.
I should have done worse than you.
So then we have Dwayne McBride, B rating, which is a good rating. Warren McLennan, B minus, and then Alex at a C, which I probably would have went TJ Bass there. Kind of similar to how we ended the other draft. My draft was a B for Tomlinson. Ivan Pace Jr. was a D. You got a D plus. He beat me there.
Yeah, but
Tank
you don't
Gibbs-
know if that other guy you were gonna take isn't gonna be undrafted. Go back. Did he go undrafted? Because we could sign him undrafted then. Fuck it.
No, he's no. I don't. I think he got drafted. Your running back graded better than mine, but my two final picks graded better than yours. I had Rick Stromberg for center out of Arkansas, and then I drafted a quarterback, Jaron Hall, out of BYU, as my third string back, and then obviously
Well, but that's
Mr. Bill
skewed
Mafia.
because it's a quarterback.
Yeah, yeah, but I could have went TJ because I think TJ was there at the tackle. Um, we had Jalen Hyatt, B plus, a D plus, the variant overshown a C, at the third round, 77th overall pick. Tylen Spears, Ty G. I don't fucking know how to say his name. That was a D plus, and then your two tackles at the end.
I
Warren
wonder
McGlennon.
if I picked Overshawn instead of Dorian Williams, what my grade would have been, but it's all good.
Some mocks
Overshown
have Jalen Hyatt going in the first round late.
would have got.
He's one of
You
the
would have got.
fastest wide receivers. He's a beast.
You probably would have got a B. I would say a solid B, B minus,
Because I
or
remember he picked Overshown in the third, didn't he?
Yeah.
no, in the second round.
What grade
Second
did they
round.
give him?
No, overshown. He got in the second round, and it was a C. So
No,
you
no,
probably
no,
would've-
no. I took Jalen Hyatt in the second, Overshown in the third, and Tajee Spears in the fourth or
Right,
third.
but what I'm saying is you drafted him number 77. You drafted him at the same time as Williams.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
You both
Yeah, but
drafted
that's my thing. So
And
if
you're
I get a
both
C
running back.
plus
You're both
instead of
running
a
back.
D
All
plus,
right. So all right. So me and him got the same grade on the second overall pick, the second round pick. The third round pick, I think you actually Bill's Mafia over here graded the best with the C in Overshown. Out of all three linebackers, Dorian Williams, Pace, and Overshown was the better linebacker.
okay.
In the third
Okay.
pick, in the
This is
84th
great.
pick,
I love this breakdown.
and the 84th pick, McBride had the best grade, right?
There you go.
So then you have the 198th pick. The 198th pick, I had a B. Warren McLeod has a B minus. You guys both picked them at the same time. So my Ricky Stormberg, the center out of Arkansas, outgraded you guys.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
the fourth overall, the final pick, obviously you graded last, CT, with Alex. I graded second, and Bill Mafia over here, TJ Bass, A minus in the seventh round. So he led there. Overall grade, I beat both of you guys as the overall grade.
Yeah, I mean, I listen. I listened to my scouting department on that seventh round pick.
Hey, he's got more scouting than I do because I don't follow very many teams. When it comes to college football, I watch my Gamecocks and whatever, if I ain't doing shit, the big game of the week or the playoffs, bowl games, whatever. But that's why I love coming out here because just like with the NFL, Big Philly does the whole league. He doesn't just do Dolphins. He doesn't just do
I try not to.
Hurricanes. He doesn't do all of that. It's bro, there are guys like me who I'm a Dolphins fan. I'm a Gamecock fan in college football. I'm a Heat fan, whatever. I'm all across the board, but that's where I like Big Philly's channel because he's all across the board too, and I want to learn shit because I don't know all this shit that everybody else does.
Yeah, same here, man. I grew up in South Carolina, but I've been a Bills fan since I was 9 years old. I've been a Brave.
That South Carolina education. That's why.
No, what it is we never had a team. We still don't have a fucking team. So when you're a kid growing up in South Carolina, you got to pick.
Stop it. That's bullshit. You have the Carolina Panthers,
Bro, the Panthers weren't around when I was 9.
Oh, come on. It doesn't matter about when you were younger. I'm talking about now. Just like my best friend, again, I live here in Virginia, and I've got friends that they're all Carolina Panthers fans. And I was like, bro, in South Carolina, we don't, the Panthers suck. And you can disown them just like I did. That's your personal opinion, as mine is.
Yeah.
I disown them. I don't give a fuck. But there is a team in our area, so knock that bullshit off.
Now, but I mean, I'm just saying,
Disown
I've
them.
been Bills Mafia for 34 years. That's never going to change.
So what he just said was that South Carolina education fucked the last 34 years of. No, I'm just kidding with you.
All right.
But anyhow, listen, I'm a Braves fan and a Lakers fan, so all over the map.
All over the stupid. I get it. Damn, he's like Batman. He's a Lakers fan. He likes LaCry James. And he said, you're a what fan?
That's what me and Bats have that in common, man. Laker
Yeah.
Nation.
You love that LaCry James wherever he can come and get you a title because after Kobe passed, God rest his soul, you know you weren't getting shit without Kobe. So you had to bring in LaCry James.
Yeah, but LeBron was there.
Kobe's my guy.
LeBron was there before he passed away. He was already.
I understand that. The problem is again, they brought him in to try to help win a championship, just like he took his quote unquote talents to South Beach. Yeah, he takes his talent anywhere he thinks he can get a ring. That's all LaCry fucking chase fucking championships Legina does.
CT, you know what's funny is I hated LeBron James before he put on that purple and gold, but I believe purple and gold. Once you put that fucking jersey on, it's all good.
I get it, but I'm not that way because me and Big Philly had this argument, and I'd love to get a Bills perspective. Hey, Big Philly, I want to ask him this.
What's up?
So you say you hate New England just as much as we do, right?
100%.
You know how much I hate them? This is wallpaper.
What do you think about the fucking rumors of Tom Brady coming to play for fucking Miami?
Fuck no.
Well, Brady's retired. He already he put in his resignation. He filed it.
Trying to get him last year when we got caught for tampering. We tried to bring him in last year, so that's not a debate.
I'm the biggest Brady hater on the planet, so I wouldn't have cared.
See, but my thing is let me understand, and this is where I was going to ask you this question. Say something happened to Josh Allen, and your saving grace is Tom Brady, just the way everybody wants to make out Tom Brady to be our saving grace, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm of the fucking camp because I'm old school. Fuck that. I'm tired of this. Oh, if you can't beat him, join him. Find your own goddamn quarterback. Stop going after the guy that fucking tortured you for 20 goddamn years because you couldn't beat him. That's
let me tell you this.
On the fucking matter.
Brady would never, ever be allowed to wear a Bills jersey. And I'll go one step further. Y'all may not know this, but Gronkowski was raised in Buffalo. He is a childhood Bills fan. And Bills Mafia doesn't want him either.
See? I'm not alone, Big Philly, when you gave me shit for that, and I told you, you said,
I didn't give you shit. I didn't want Brady.
You did. You said you understood why I didn't want him on the team, but you said all I want to see is a championship. You and multiple other guys, but that's what I'm saying, and I'm not calling it.
But hold on, but wait. But that's not what I was saying. What I was saying was the argument was that it cost us a first-round pick. My argument was I would gladly give up a first-round pick for a championship. Doesn't mean I wanted Brady here. It's just that the fans were trying to twist it because they were upset over losing the draft capital. And I was like, fuck them picks. That's all I was saying.
Because I said the same shit. If we can go out and get Rodgers for 2 years, even one, let Tua fucking rest up, let him fucking learn behind Rodgers, because Rodgers even said that Brett Favre was an asshole and never taught him shit, so that he would never treat anybody like that. And even though everybody said him and Jordan Love hate each other and whatever, he said, nah, I'm teaching the kid, but I'm not going to fucking sit here and hand him the keys to the realm and say, here, be better than me. That's the difference, is if Rodgers is only going to be here for a year or two anyway, let him teach Tua. Let Tua fucking heal up. Let him do it. Fuck. I don't even give a fuck if it's Tua. Even if it's Skyler, I don't give a shit. The whole point is I want to build the rest of the goddamn team around them, and I can plug and play a quarterback as needed. It's not rocket science, bro. That's the problem. Everybody wants to make it rocket science. It's not.
100%. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be interesting to see what they do. I can't wait.
I'm just glad we have Josh Allen, man. Like, you don't understand. 20, 23, 25 fucking years in the basement. Finally, we get that guy.
You don't have to wear the bags on your head anymore.
You said with quarterback. Now I'm just interested to see what happens with Stephon Diggs next season. But you guys are set.
We can't trade him because of the cap hit.
You
So
guys
he's
had
stuck.
Jim Kelly. Bro, you've had a longer history of good quarterbacks than we have since Marino. That's the problem.
Well, we had Jim Kelly. That's it. We haven't had anybody.
They haven't had anybody else. Who was their fucking best quarterback after that? EJ Manuel? Come on. Patrick?
No, what's his name?
JP Lossman?
No.
Yeah, JP Lossman.
That guy that went through 1 year, he looked really fucking good, and then the next year he got injured. I can't remember his name.
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
I remember that was the end of Marino's career. We had the whole fucking, let down that year.
Oh, you're talking about Drew Bledsoe.
Bledsoe, Bledsoe. Fuck, I couldn't remember his name.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Oh, come on, bro. He was better than fucking anything we had since fucking Tua. Stop it, bro. I would take Drew Bledsoe over fucking Cleo Lemon, fucking Ryan Tannehill, fucking Pat White, fucking Chad Pennington. Fuck, bro, come on, man. The fucking shit we had. Come on.
Chad was the dude. Chad was the dude.
Chad. Okay? I love Chad, but the thing is, he was coming off the shoulder surgery, and he didn't have it anymore. Stop it. He was very accurate. He managed the game well. But since that fucking shoulder injury and he had that surgery that offseason, he was not the same player. Stop it. If you want to lie to yourself, he did well for us.
He had the best quarterback to ever play the game. You want to know who it was? You want to know who it was? I'll tell you who it was. It was Pat White.
Yeah, Pat White. They got knocked the fuck out like on Street Fighter. Hauga! Hauga! He got fucking knocked the fuck out. Finish him.
That motherfucker said, "What's that? Final."
No, he said fucking finish him. Fucking knocked his ass unconscious, bro. Stop it.
That's fucked up.
Straight up Scorpion.
I would say we had Jay Fiedler, we had AJ Feedley, Sage Rosenfeld. We had Heward, we had Chad Pennington, Chad Henne, we had
Dante Culpepper,
Ray Lucas,
Ray Lucas. Bro, we can go through 40 fucking names right now, Amicus. That's the problem.
There's a lot of quarterbacks. Cleo Lemon.
Bro, I mean, we're right there, man. We're right there. I mean, but let me tell you,
because you got into because remember, after 97, even though he retired afterward, Marino after 97 was not himself anymore. The team was shit. They fucking put too much pressure on him. But guess what? Bledsoe was still out there playing well for you in 99 and 2000 before he fucking left in 2000. Now, again, I will agree between then and the time you drafted Josh Allen, yes, I can agree. But the Dolphins' fucking deficit at quarterback's gone on longer than yours. So stop bitching.
Bro, Chad Pennington was a good quarterback.
He was, but he was limited. He had the shoulder surgery and he could not throw like he used to. And that's unarguable, period.
Towards ACL playing basketball. That's what ended his career. So, real quick, let's change it up for the last 10 minutes because I'm gonna be on for 10 more minutes, and then Big Philly gonna go night. So I'm gonna go with CT first. Most excited thing. Well, the one thing you're looking forward to this offseason. Doesn't have to be Dolphins related or Bills related. It could be any team, any player. What are you looking forward to most this offseason?
I gotta go Dolphin Homer. Vance Joseph is the most exciting thing that's going to happen this offseason. If we bring in a middle linebacker for his system, I think that's just a double down on Vance Joseph or on
You mean Fangio?
Fangio. Sorry, yeah,
Yeah,
Vic
come on,
Fangio.
yeah, come on, Vic. Yeah, I was like Vance Joseph. I was like, what did we sign him?
Yeah, no, that was my fault. Yeah, I had a fucking
Yeah.
brain blank. I've been smoking,
No,
bro.
you're
You
good.
know
You're good. You're good.
how it is.
So, Amicus,
But yeah, bro, if we can bring in a linebacker for Fangio to run his system and get it right, but I think that's doubling down on Fangio because I can't,
100%.
give him not the credit. But yeah, bro, that's the most exciting thing. And I got to give you a number 2. I want to see how Mike McDaniel rebounds from his first year, not only in play calling, offensive scheme, but time management and all of those things.
Yeah, what his growth was.
Exactly.
overall.
You got to learn your faults and learn from them.
Yeah. How did you learn from those faults, and how are you going to approach them this offseason? 100%, I agree. Those are two great points that are dealing with the Dolphins. Amicus, what are you looking forward to the most this offseason?
The draft. Because here's what needs to happen. We need to draft Bijan Robinson. All right. Then in the second round, Jalen Hyatt. Because Dorsey's a fucking idiot, and he's got to go. Those weapons are so badass that we can prove that this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, and then get him out of there. Because we're not going to win a Super Bowl under Dorsey. And unfortunately, we're going to have to go through a couple of years of hard times for them to figure this shit out and actually bring an OC in that knows what the fuck he's doing. But Bijan Robinson is generational talent. And what will happen, imagine this, guys. What will happen is the defenses, your DC is going to have to game plan for that motherfucker. And nobody game plans for Bills running backs. It doesn't exist. But they will with Bijan. And if you game plan for Bijan, that's unleashing Josh Allen's full potential. Watch what JA-17 does on the field when defenses have to step up and stop the run. You will not be able to stop it.
Let me ask you a question, Amicus. But don't you think maybe what the rest of Bill Mafia is saying and enhancing the offensive line for you guys don't have a good running back in Cook that you just drafted? You don't think he can carry the load if you can solidify the offensive line?
So check this out. Did you know that Cook led the league in yards per carry? 5.7.
Exactly.
Or top 3 at least. 5.7.
Yeah. Right.
That's behind the same O-line that Bills Mafia is bitching about. That same fucked up O-line that Bills Mafia is bitching about, that fucking rookie got 5.7 yards. So my point is that
ball more, because if you're averaging 5.7, they should be giving him the ball more.
That's because we have an idiot as an OC, fucking Dorsey.
Hey, he sounds like us, except about Josh Boyer. This is fucking hilarious.
Oh man, Dolphins fans, y'all are a trip. I love my Dolphins, but sound like us right now.
Hey, Bills Mafia. Hey, the rest of the community, Dolphins community, has to see. It's not just us. Even Bills, who got to the fucking one fucking playoff game farther than us, they're still calling one of their coordinators a fucking idiot.
Yeah, Frazier's not much better. 13 seconds. I mean, when's that guy going to fucking step up? You can create great defenses in the regular season, but once the fucking chips fall, once they start playing chess and you're still playing checkers, man, that's what happened to Dorsey. After week 2, the league caught up to his sorry-ass schemes.
Did you see his fucking reaction during the Dolphins game in week 2 with the whole throwing the fucking tablet? Or week 3?
Yeah, that's because he understood. No, you're talking about what week was that?
Week 3. Week 3.
Week 3. That's right, because they caught up to him, and he never adjusted. And if you pay attention, you'll see the slow death. All right, by 1,000 cuts after week 2, and it culminated in the Bengals game. We almost lost to a fucking third string quarterback with y'all. And then the Bengals snow angeled us in our own fucking stadium. Snow angeled us. That's fucking embarrassing.
I agree.
So now he feels like we do when we sat there and said, Josh Boyer, you stupid son of a bitch. Where's this shit been all fucking year? You gonna wait till the fucking Bills game to pull out all the stops on defense? How come you couldn't do this all year long, you stupid son of a bitch? You wait till the last fucking game, and you lost us multiple fucking games because you couldn't figure it the fuck out. But then magically against the Bills, oh, wait, I figured it all out. I got the perfect scheme. Where was that in fucking week 12?
Yeah, so my point, Big Philly and CT, is that the league is playing like this little deceptive game. And they got the Bills' number. They know how to stop those schemes because there is no fucking scheme. J17 has to throw fucking lasers and darts in double coverage, tight windows. The only reason we move the ball is because he's a badass. That's it.
He sounds like fucking Dolphins fans again. If fucking Tua comes out and balls the fuck out when the rest of the team plays like shit. Oh, but
so Jalen Hyatt will be that true WR2 because Gabe Davis isn't, and Bijan is generational talent. So because we have such a shitty offensive scheme, we need generational talent to help carry this team, and that's my that's what I'm looking forward to.
That is a great point.
I understand. So I'm gonna end up with my take. So the thing I'm looking forward to the most this off season is free agency. And I'm gonna tell you why. Depending on what happens in free agency, obviously determines what happens throughout the draft, right? And how the dominoes fall, what players are available, what players aren't available. You have a lot of great free agents. You have Odell Beckham. Is he going to be a Dallas Cowboy? Is he going to be a Buffalo Bill? There's a lot of rumors with that. You have obviously Saquon Barkley, Tony Pollard. There's a lot of great talent that's going to be available in this free agency. What happens? That's going to be where I'm like, yo, kind of similar to the last offseason where unexpected players ended up in different uniforms when you thought they weren't on the market and they truly were. I want to see who ends up where. Will Lamar be a Dolphin? Will they stick it out with Tua and focus on bringing in some assets to free agency and whatever's remaining in the draft? I'm curious to see what the Giants do. Are they going to pay Daniel Jones that $47 million a year, which has been rumored that he's going to that's going to command? Are they going to bring back Barkley? I know they want both of them back, so I'm kind of interested to see what happens there. I'm interested to see what happens in Dallas. Are they going to bring back Tony Pollard? Are they going to go after Robinson, somebody that you just spoke about? So there's a lot of questions. Will Green Bay finally fucking bring in a wide receiver? Who knows? So there is a lot of question marks this year in free agency. A lot of new coaches. I want to see what they do. Obviously, there was like 5 positions that were filled for new head coaching jobs. A lot of DC OCs were shuffled around between teams. So I want to see how these teams structure this free agency going into it and this resigning period. Obviously, next week we have the combine that starts up. So we're really going to get to see some of these guys in depth, and what their skill asset or skill ability is, especially when they start running the 40s, the bench presses, all that good stuff for these inner and tackles, and obviously inner offensive linemen. So you're going to have a lot of options here. You're going to have a lot of footage, a lot of content coming your way between all of us. You have Stephen D, you have the Finns Tailgate, you have Miss Finns, who does a great show in the morning before Stephen D. Obviously, Batman. You catch me on Batman's show Friday nights. I co-host with him there. So you have a lot of content that's going to be coming out The next couple weeks. Amicus, I'm not really familiar with a lot of Bills podcast communities, but I know like
Yeah, we don't have any. They fucking suck, which is why I'm here in the Dolphins community, ironically enough. I had to go to another team's podcast to find my football entertainment because my fan base doesn't know how to put on a fucking show.
Then you do it.
I'm thinking about it.
You do it. You lead the way. You pave the way. That's all it is. Stephen D, the Finch Tailgate, these guys, TD Finch Talk, these guys paved the way for little guys like me to come in here and do it and replicate what they did. That's all it is, bro. And you just talk, you just speak your piece. You come on shows like this with these panels and you have conversations. People follow you, people don't. It is what it is. Keep it moving. But at least you get to talk about what you love, which is your Bills and football, which me, it's football. Football first, Dolphins second.
Exactly, man. I'll be honest with you, man. Like, I've hated the Patriots for the past
I can't stand their ass.
23 years, right? Because they've owned us and they own the division. The Dolphins were starting to reach that Patriot level as far as like the fan base at the beginning of the year. This is what I'm feeling. And then I originally started coming on the podcast just to fucking troll. Just to be like, yeah, JA17 owns your ass, fucking 8-2 again, whatever, right? And then I see the community, like you, Bats, the Finn's Tailgate, and all those cats, man. And like everybody was just so warm and welcoming. And I'm like,
I'm just a student to the game, right?
Yeah. So I mean, y'all have been great, and now I really consider myself FOF, like friend of Finn's, and love you guys, man. And honestly, y'all put on good shows, man.
We can't have fun together talking shit. Just because you're part of Bills Mafia, if you got guys coming over from Patriots Nation, you got obviously you have these fucking retarded Jet fans, but I love them to death. But but hey, if everybody can come together and just talk football, dude, you don't have to be screaming and shouting at people and I fucking hate you, nah, bro. At the end of the day, bro, yeah, your run is our turn. Or it's Buffalo's turn or whoever's turn it is. And everybody has luckily for all of us, for the most part, our teams are competitive, minus the Patriots.
Hey,
man. I think the Jets are going to get their quarterback and they're going to become very competitive in this division.
I think we have the best division in football, and it's going to be fun for the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, 100%. I do agree. So why not have fun? Like I love bringing in podcasters from other communities. Like I said, one of my first interviews was the Philly sports guy, Jamie. That was a great interview. I've been trying. Jamie's going to come back on the show again very soon, hopefully during the off season. I think when I'm going to go to the Philly game, probably meet up with him there. I already let him know. So hey, we always have fun with other fan bases. This Justin is another one. He's a beat writer for the Green Bay Packers. He talks to me on the backstage. Bass 305, brother. Facts, bro. I love all y'all, Chef Jew. I love you, bro. I missed your fucking wedding. I feel so bad for that. You got Jose, man. Everybody, like I said, bro, we all have fun, man. That's the whole point of all this. Have fun, be respectful, and we just talk football, bro. And in my case, in my channel, just talk about sports in general. It's eventually we'll get back to that. But again, I'm a little bit, and I've always been open about it. I'm a little bit. I'm more of a football guy than I am any other sports guy. But my other panel members like Poseidon, Willie Beeman, Will, all them guys, they love baseball, basketball, and they actually understand that sport. For me, it's just more like I'm a fan watching it on the, when it's the playoffs. That's where I really pay attention to baseball and basketball. But hey, with that being said, hey, Amakus, thank you so much for coming on the show. As always, I'll probably see you Friday. I'll probably see you tomorrow night on Batman Show. And probably Friday night when I'm hosting Batman Show with Batman. Thank you, everybody.
Brother.
CT, as always, brother, you always welcome here. I don't care. Love you, bro. Jose Bash, Gordito. Oh, he back up. Hold on. Let me put him back in. Hold on. I got to come closing it out here. CT, cool. As always, brother. I love you, man. Thank you, man, for coming on the show. Who else was on here? MCJB made a nice little comment appearance. Thank you, man. Fuck them bands. Fuck Alabama. Fuck you, Roll Tide, motherfuckers. Cat for life. Love you, brother. So just thank all y'all for the comments, man. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Make sure you guys tell your friends, tell your family. Hey, if you want to bring more Bills fans here and say, yo, Big Philly cool, bring them over. I love talking. I love talking football.
I
Whether
got
it's
you,
your
bro. I got you.
y'all want to bring them over. Hey, I got after this Nick Needham jersey I'm giving away. You know what's my next jersey? Mark Andrews. I tell you,
Hey,
I do all.
listen. If Bills Mafia gets out of line, I'll fucking set their ass real straight because, in my opinion, y'all are family, and I appreciate y'all, man. Much love.
Hey man, listen,
You
hey, it's
too,
better.
man.
Anybody's better
I
than Mark.
love having good conversation with Bills fans that ain't yelling and screaming, acting a fool. The fact is you came in respectful, and we can have a logical, reasonable conversation without all the bullshit. That's what I
Absolutely.
appreciate, respect about you, man.
Yeah,
Thank you for coming on, man. That's for sure. That's real,
Hey,
man.
hey, love you guys, man. Y'all take it easy.
man. Hey, brother, y'all have a good night. Hey, like I said, hit that like, hit that sub, guys. Chef Jew, I see you. I'm gonna keep saying it. I see you. You know what it is? I gotta come on later. Forget all y'all motherfuckers on here. That's what it is. Hey, man, but y'all have a great night. I hope y'all enjoyed this show, this little preview, this little movie thing that I did. Y'all have a good night. Big Philly out. Eventually.
Gerardo.